Is the phone on? I mean the phone button on the board.
Number 15, Gabby Johnson. Number 21, Van Eek. And number 23,
There's your coach's interview. Brought to you by
and head coach Steve Lee.
here on the Swim Motors pregame show at AM 1360 KOHU. Starters being introduced right now for the Lewiston Bengals. They will go with a 5'2 junior Kendall Titchmer, a 6'1 senior Kendall Kisner, a 5'11 junior Gabby Johnson, a 5'7 senior Maya Eek, and a 5'11 junior Caitlin Richardson, as introduced by first-year head coach Steve Lair. The lights have dropped, and now Hermiston's starters being introduced. The 5'8 sophomore Jaden Ray, the 5'3 senior Sydney Stephanie, Paige Palzinski, the 5'9 sophomore, Kendall Downey, the 5'9 sophomore, and Jaslyn Romero, the 5'9 junior. We're going to take another break here on the Sway Motors pregame show. When we come back in 60 seconds, tip-off Hermiston and Lewiston on AM 1360 KOHU. Eric Olson, Sonny Levy with you in Hermiston at the Old West Federal Credit Union broadcast booth atop Hermiston High School's main gymnasium. Lewiston tonight in all purple uniform, white numerals and lettering. Lewiston across the front for the Bulldogs. Their home uniforms are an all white uniform. Bulldogs across the front with purple numerals and lettering. Hermiston will be moving left to right across your radio dial. Paige Palzinski in the jump circle to tip it against Kendall Kinzer, who comes in at 6'1", Palzinski at 5'9", giving up a couple of inches, but got a ton of energy. It will be Kinzer who wins the tip, and down on the right block, flipped up by Eek out, tipped back in by Palzinski into the hands of Sydney Stephanie, and Hermiston has possession, 10 seconds in. New shot clock rules here now that Hermiston's a member of the WIAA. 30 seconds in the girls' game. Jaden Ray swings it around. Romero, three-point shot. Foul off of the ball as the shot went up and missed. The foul stops the clock with 7:38. Here in the first period, it'll be a rebounding foul against Hermiston. And Kendall Downey, the sophomore, picks up the first of the game. Hermiston does not have a deep bench, especially with the injury to Jordan Thomas tonight on the Mirasol Family Health Center injury report, out with concussion symptoms. So the Bulldogs have to watch that foul trouble. Hand off to Kendall Kinzer. Over the right side and down on the block, Richardson. Turnaround jumper, fouled on the way up. And two foul shots coming for Richardson, the junior, for this Lewiston squad. After a foul for Sydney Stephanie, her first and the second team foul.
And Lewiston's very good. I mean, of course, they got their 4 games under their belt already of moving the basketball. They have no problem of moving this thing around their offense really quickly.
7:21 left in quarter number 1, just inside the opening seconds of opening night for Hermiston. Lewiston is 1-3. Richardson hits both, and a 2-0 lead for the Bengals. Ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch, though, by Titchmer, the junior, a 5'2 guard, battling with Jaden Ray. Titchmer got Ray on the arm. A whistle to it, throw it near side, and Romero will bring it into the front court. Up to Stephanie on the right wing. Skip pass across. Left side, Palzinski leaves it for Romero. Down the left side to the block. Floats with the right hand and is fouled on the way to the rim. 2 foul shots coming for Jaslyn Romero. We talked a lot about the junior during her sophomore campaign. And I think by her accounts, and we'll hear from her at halftime on Tuesday, she was frustrated with the way that last year went and is hoping that her off-season work puts her in a position to have a much better year in her junior campaign when Hermiston really needs her. She makes both foul shots and ties the game at 2. 1 minute into the contest. Titchmer to the near sideline, loses the handle, gets it back in front of the Hermiston bench. Gabby Johnson to the foul line, down low. Richardson can't make the layup, tipped out last by Lewiston, and it'll be Hermiston's ball in the 2-2 ball game. Full court pressure shown by Lewiston, a trap on Ray. She bounced it across to Romero. Lob it across, Stephanie down the middle of the court to the 10, slapped away by Richardson, who has it ripped right back, and a tie-up jump ball forced by Polzinski, and Hermiston's got the possession arrow. 6:40 on the clock. Tied at 2. Stephanie will inbound. Baskets to the left as she looks up. The senior guard lobs it into the left wing for Polzinski. Bounce into lane, stolen away. The other direction for Tishmer, and she carried the ball right around half court. Tried to make a hesitation move and just got well under the ball. Took another 2 steps. We're tied at 2, 90 seconds in. Stephanie gets it across the timeline, has it slapped away, throws it far side to Romero. Romero into the lane, kicks near side. Ray tees a tray off the back iron and chased down by Kinzer, who throws it up court to Richardson. Down the right lane, fouled on her way there, and a blocking foul will send Richardson back to the line for 2 more shots. Jaden Ray will be called for her first and the 3rd team foul.
Yeah, as you were saying, this is something that Hermiston can't afford to do, is get into this type of foul issues already with only 2 minutes gone in this first period and already having the 3 fouls.
It's a doubleheader tonight. The Lewiston boys are not nearly as seasoned as the girls. They've only played once. Tuesday at Timberlake, a 61-28 loss. Lewiston girls, though, don't have to wait so long for the end of football season. A one-of-two trip for Richardson, and Lewiston's back out in front 3-2. On the near sideline, Ray has it on the perimeter. Ray has it tipped away, gets it back, throws it into the lane for Dowdy, past everybody. Polzinski saves it in, goes hammering into the wall. Seems to be okay. Paige Polzinski does not know any speed other than full speed. 30-second timeout here for Hermiston.
She's got 6 gears and uses only 1. And I'm really a fan of that type of energy to bring on the floor. And the only thing she's missing from a game, we haven't seen it yet, is she going to be willing to go ahead and shoot the basketball? That'll complete her game.
Dennis Stephanie, quick conversation with Jaden Ray after the rest of the huddle breaks around Juan Rodriguez in his 3rd year in charge of the program, assisted by Mallory Moss, the Bulldog great, graduated in 2012. Stephanie, a couple of years here on Juan's bench, and Amanda Rodriguez has taken over the freshman program from her father and Juan's father-in-law, Ron Civi.
Yep.
Offensive foul. Maya Eek called for her second, and the 2nd team foul on Lewiston. 5:44 on the clock, and Hermiston trails 3-2. The 2nd foul on Eek will call Hallie Wells, the 5'9 junior, to the court to replace her. And the full court press persists for Lewiston. Romero will lob it into Stephanie at half court, slows up, has the ball picked from behind by the post. Kinzer throws it up court. Titchmer, her cross the lane pass poked out of bounds by Polzinski. Lewiston looking to add to a 1-point lead with 5:36 on the clock in opening quarter. Into the left wing for Johnson. Up top for Wells, who just came into the game off of the bench. Kinzer circles in lane, poked out of her hands. Down on the right side, Richardson flings one up wildly, and a foul on the rebound, which will go against Gabby Johnson.
Nice
first,
job.
third team foul.
Nice job that time by Polzinski positioning herself and getting the offensive foul in the Lewiston bedroom.
Into Romero against the full court pressure, lobs it away from the trap. They want to get it out of Jaslynn's hands as early as possible. She's got it between the rings. Near side for Stephanie. Whips it up to Polzinski. Across to Ray, and now into the right corner. Stephanie drives baseline and kicks it back out. Romero into the paint, flings it underneath for Dowdy. Right block fouled there on the way up for a shot. And Caitlin Richardson picks up her first in the 14th foul on Lewiston to send the sophomore Kendall Dowdy to the line for a pair of foul shots. A little bit of a hurried start to everything here tonight, but it is for us on AM 1360 KOHU. Toys for Trey's night as Dowdy hits her second and ties the game at 3. Every 3-point shot made by Hermiston's varsity teams tonight, I will donate a toy to Christmas Express and challenge you to match my donations. Last year had almost 200 toys donated to the Christmas Express program. 4:45, Hermiston has the possession after the miss. Tied at 3, Ray on the right wing. Kicks it up top to Stephanie. She'll try it, Ray. Off iron right into the hands of Richardson. Lewiston attacking. 4.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Kinzer on a full head of steam down the right lane. Fouled on her way up to a running shot from 12 feet away. To the eye of the Hermiston student section, which is still filling in. It's a blackout night. All the shirts in the student section, which is about half full right now. The black color scheme, except for that one guy in the middle who's decided that the best way to go on blackout night is a white hooded sweatshirt. Missed foul shot on the first one for Kinzer.
Did you know what he's got around his neck? He's got his blackout shirt around his neck.
Well, that's why he got here early. Kinzer hits the second to give Lewiston the lead back at 4-3. A little less than 4.5 minutes remaining in quarter number 1. Opening night for the Hermiston basketball team. Game 5 for Lewiston, looking for their second win. Into the lane, Polzinski misses the shot, tries to save it back in, and does flip it to Gabby Johnson. And Lewiston possesses almost to the halfway point of the first quarter, up by 1. Into the lane, Richardson tied up. Ray was right there, doubling, helping out Maddie Bird, who's come in to play at the post, replacing Dowdy. Bird, one of the 3 seniors in this program, along with Thomas, who's out tonight, and Stephanie. Lob it into the paint. Richard catches, kicks across. Titchmer, 15-footer, no, dumps it underneath instead and throws it away. 3 in the key, a violation. Something was going to turn the ball over to Hermiston there. It was either the bad pass or the 3 in the key or the travel. 3 in the key is the one that they decided to call. Romero has it. Under 4 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Leaves it top of the key for Stephanie. Kick left side. Polzinski gives it up to Ray. Page is the one that has Richardson on her. Now back to Romero, who will back up towards half court. The third-year head coach, Juan Rodriguez, walking towards half court, tapping the top of his head to set up a play. High screen from Bird. Romero tries to split 2 defenders, loses the handle. Ball loose on the floor, scramble for it, jump ball. And Hermiston's got the possession arrow back. 3 minutes, 33 seconds remaining in quarter number 1. And Hermiston's down 4-3. Both teams struggling to find a way to put the ball in the basket right now. Ray in the lane, and a shoulder shove is going to be called on Haley Halliwells. Her first 15 foul. And so now a near side inbound. Ray will put it in play just up from Steve Lear, who almost got hit by that batted ball from Wells, who was defending the inbound. Lear, a first-year coach. He was Enterprise coaching the boys for the last bit. Spent 15 years coaching the St. Mary's girls in Portland, also coached at Milwaukee. First year there, he runs a cafe. His family lives in the Lewiston area. That's why he moved there. Romero flings in a floater. Runner for Romero, the first field goal of the game for either team. And it puts Hermiston in front, 5-4, their first lead of the night. Down right baseline, inside to Richardson. She's fouled on her way up to the shot. Bird will be called for her first, and the 14th foul on Hermiston. And Richardson goes to the line for the third time tonight.
Miss Bulldog, Miss Bird. Her first team foul, Bulldogs against sending number 23 to the line.
Richardson good on the first. Steve Lear told me before the game tonight, as we get the opposing coach's thoughts, brought to you by Mirasol Family Health Center, that this program in Lewiston had been so structured for such a long time that he came in and he took the reins off. His line was, if you're in the stands, you're not going to tell the bullfighter how to do his job. So they're a lot more motion, a lot more fluid. Bird saves a miss by Romero in. Lewiston has it batted away by Dowdy at the top of the key. Hermiston possessing down by 1. Stephanie back up to Romero. 2:50 left in the first quarter. Stephanie takes the handoff, coming towards near sideline, still about 30 feet away. Hands off to Romero, circling right. Into the paint, and a traveling violation is called, and Juan Rodriguez is arguing that was a jump stop. 2:38 left in the first quarter, 6-5 lead. Lewiston with the possession, trying to add on to their advantage. Inside, offensive foul called. Kendall Kinzer shoved her way away from Bird, and it's the 6th foul on Lewiston. Kind of uneven start, looks like opening night. Bad pass by Romero, tipped away, down into the left block, missed by Wells, rebounded by Stephanie, and she's fouled in the backcourt. That's the 17th foul on Lewiston, so we're going to the other end of the floor for a 1-and-1 situation for Sydney Stephanie.
Foul is on number 2 of the Bengals. That is her first
Kendall
foul.
Kishmer.
Bengals 17 foul, international 1-and-1.
That's her first. And Sydney Stephanie, 1-and-1 opportunity. Can tie the game with this first one. Cannot get it to go. Rebounded by Gabby Johnson for Lewiston, and the Bengals still lead 6-5. Tishmer gives it to Kinzer, dropping down inside for Richardson, tipped out of bounds. They say last touch by Lewiston. That'll be Hermiston's possession.
Got a little bit of a break that time. Maddie Bird actually got the push on the ball, but unfortunately for Hermiston, they get the ball.
2:11 left, down by 1. Romero down the far sideline runs. Into the game, the 5'7" sophomore, Kayla Young, who has it on the near sideline. In the left corner, Stephanie back out to Young, swinging near side Romero. Dowdy on the outside. 4-out motion offense to a cutting Stephanie, fouled on her way up to the hoop. And Sydney will add 2 more foul shots to the ledger this evening. 8th team foul on Lewiston, who does have the deeper bench of the two teams.
Sending Stephanie to the line for 2, Bengals 8 team foul.
And Gabby Johnson has now been saddled with 2 fouls. Johnson Romero down on the other end of the floor. And it's Larry Usher, the athletic director, who's given her some direction. I noticed a few of those hand gestures from the former head coach here of the boys. One of those was, "What are you doing?" Offensive foul. And kind of a forearm shiver from Kinzer there. She picks up her second. 9th team foul. It was player control right into the chest and chin of Romero. And a full timeout is given to the Lewiston Bengals. 1:47 left in the first quarter. The game's tied at 6. We'll take the break as well. Back in 60 on KOHU. Derek Olson, Sunny Libby with you on AM 1360 KOHU. As the Bulldogs and the Lewiston Bengals on opening night here in Hermiston are tied at 6 with 1:45 left in the first quarter. Sydney Stephanie with a full head of steam races into the lane, scoop shot off. Bird gets the offensive rebound, kicks it back out. Young up top to Romero. Step back, top of the key, three ball, off iron, well off left. Dowdy's got the offensive board. Stephanie looks back towards the head coach, will reset. Dowdy right wing up top to Young and swing it around. Romero hesitates, drives, throws it underneath the hoop and stole it away, then batted out of bounds by Dowdy. Lewiston ball with 1:19 left. Game tied at 6. You heard Juan Rodriguez talk about it in the pregame. Sonny, they geared a lot around getting lots of touches for Jordan Thomas, and they don't have her tonight.
Yeah, and that's they're going to have to try and find a way for the sixth man of this team to go ahead and produce a whole lot.
Pass knocked inside off of Kinzer last, and Lewiston. Another turnover, 1:03 left in the first quarter. Romero will get a break and Pauzinski will come back in for Hermiston. The game tied at 6. Young bounces the inbound into Pauzinski. Will turn and bring it up the court herself into the front court near sideline. Leaves it for Stephanie. Stephanie loses the handle, throws it to Young. Left wing for Dowdy. Hermiston again in the 4-out motion offense with 4 on the perimeter and Bird down on the baseline. Into the lane, Young misses shot, gets it back. And back up top, Dowdy near side for Stephanie. Holding above her head, Stephanie flips up top. Pauzinski coming in left into lane, kicks. Left side, Dowdy tray, airballed into the hands of Johnson for Lewiston. Baseball pass up court to Richardson, down on the left lane. Stolen away by Young, who saves it as she goes out of bounds into Stephanie's hands and a foul in the backcourt on Hallie Wells. Second on her, 10th team foul on Lewiston. And we're going to the other end of the floor with another trip to the foul line for Sydney Stephanie.
Wow, that's pretty rough whenever you get into the double bonus in the first period, Eric. And that's it's not because they're calling this game super tight. It's just that neither team, or especially Lewiston, is they're being very aggressive on the court.
Well, I don't know who came up with the savviness here, but they got Young to the line instead of Stephanie, who was the one who was fouled. And substitution for Lewiston. They'll bring in Monica Grogan, a 5'4" junior. Young sinks the second of the two, and Hermiston is back out in front. 23 seconds left, a 7-6 lead for the Bulldogs. Down, steals the ball, going down the far sideline. Foot race with Tishmer in the lane, poked away, leave it in the lane. Stephanie flips it in on the assist from Pauzinski. Sydney Stephanie has 3, 9-6 lead for Hermiston, and a foul on the far sideline. You don't really think about this in the high school game, but I guess Hermiston did have a foul to give. Dowdy's second. Far sideline, Kinzer to inbound. Gets it right back, poked away from her, left out for Wells, banks it in at the buzzer. Hallie Wells, Johnny on the spot, was able to flip up an 8-footer and bank it in to make it 9-8 Hermiston after one quarter. We'll be back with second quarter action after this 60 seconds on AM 1360 KOHU. We're 5 of 9, they're 6 of 8.
Yes.
1 quarter in the books. Hermiston trailed for most of the period, but lead 9-8 as we start the second quarter. Lewiston with the ball, attacking right to left in the road purple uniforms. Kendall Tishmer will bring it into the front court. Out onto the left wing, looking inside to Hallie Wells. Ball stolen away from Wells by Jaden Ray. A 3-on-2 for Hermiston. Ray leaves it into the right wing, and Heidemann will drive it in the lane.
Little floater for Heidemann, Eric. Nice little left-handed shot.
Heidemann extends Hermiston's lead to 11-8. Heidemann is, I think, charitably listed at 5'6". Ball knocked out of bounds. Well, let's put it this way. It looks like Heidemann is maybe an inch taller than Kendall Tishmer, who Lewiston has listed at 5'2". Kinsner bounces in it. Richardson on the right block misses the shot. Jocelyn Romero has the rebound down the near sideline. Flings it all the way up court for Ray. Catches, reverses around to the right side and lays it in. Jaden Ray's first points extend the Hermiston lead to 13-8. Not quite a minute into the quarter. Ball knocked out of bounds off of the shin of Jocelyn Romero last. Romero along with Paige Palzinski and Jaden Ray the starters. Caitlin Heidemann, the freshman, her first varsity minutes, her first varsity points just a minute ago. And then the last on the floor, Kayla Young. Up top for Kendall Tishmer. Tishmer coming into the left wing. Gives up top of the key, Veronica Grogan. Grogan drives right, picks up her dribble, stuck there, knocked away by Young. Right into Wells' hand, she throws it inside to Grogan, who throws it into Young's hands as she falls out of bounds. Hermiston has it on another Lewiston turnover. Romero will slow things up and bring it into the front court with 6:40 left in the second quarter and Hermiston leading 13-8. Heidemann, left side for Romero. Up top for Young, bring it near side. Ray into the point. Step through to the right side, forces up a righty shot. She can't get it and tips it into the hands of Tishmer. Then Palzinski trips Tishmer to pick up her first foul of the game and the 7th team foul on Hermiston. So we'll walk to the other end of the floor and let Kendall Tishmer set up a 1-1. Lewiston change, returning Mike into the game and giving Kendall Kinzer her first break. The senior, really the only returner with experience for Lewiston. The new head coach, Steve Lear, says she's taken on a very big leadership role and has done it in a tremendous way. Maddie Bird returns for Hermiston, replacing Palzinski. Tishmer makes the first and earns herself one more. 2 for 2 trip, 13-10 the Hermiston lead. Tishmer will come out for Carly Taylor, 5'5" freshman. With 6:27 left in the second quarter. Romero on the near sideline will take it in the backcourt for Hermiston and bring it into the front court with a jog. Picked up on the other side of half court by Eek. Left side for Ray, gives it up to Heidemann, stolen by Taylor, who stepped in front of the pass. And then Heidemann, no check that Ray, commits a foul right at half court, her second, 8th team foul.
And Eric, this is the debut of the shot clock in the Purple Gym at Hermiston High School now. And up and running, and something these girls are going to have to get really used to.
I was talking earlier this week with Juan Rodriguez about the shot clock, and he said they were at the Nike Coaches Clinic this summer. It's a missed shot. Romero up court, Young right side, lays it in. Young's got 3, 15-10, the advantage. And it was Juan Rodriguez and Dennis Stephanie telling me that it was the Portland State coach talking about how they use the shot clock to their advantage. Into the lane, +1 on a drive and take by Eek. The senior who sat out much of the first quarter with foul trouble looks to be a little bit ginger from the contact. Sydney Stephanie will come back into the game on a foul called against Young, her first. Now 9 team fouls. To cut it down to a 2-point game, Eek cannot. Back tipped out by Romero. Full head of steam for Young. Young leaves it for Bird. Right block, easy lay-in. Bird extends the lead to 17-12. Top of the key, Taylor working against Heidemann. Taylor picks up her dribble at the left elbow, leaves it left side. Grogan, long two, too long. Young has the rebound. Shooting is off both ways. Up court to Stephanie, hesitates in the lane, and she walked in the lane. 5:21 left in the second quarter, 17-12 Hermiston's lead. Neither team has anything as far as distance yet on their shots. Lewiston will make a line change, 3 off, 3 on. Young on the far side to Kendall Kinzer, who came back into the game. Up top of the key to Jenica Ortiz, the first time we see her tonight. Kinzer tries a long three. Ball tipped around. Ortiz gets the rebound. Back out on top to Eek. Eek coming to her right. Bounces inside. Johnson turn around. Righty shot goes. Johnson's first points of the game. And it's a 17-14 lead for Hermiston with 4:50 left in the second quarter. Lewiston pressuring in the full court. Now backing off as Romero running the point on this possession. Brings it into the front court. Romero crosses over left side for Heidemann. Heidemann back to Romero. Romero will spin, drive, righty floater off. Romero pokes the ball, dives for it, and is tied up. Going down to the floor and tying up Ortiz. Possession arrow is Hermiston's with 4:32 left in the second quarter. 3-point lead right now for the Bulldogs. Young takes the lob on the inbound pass from Stephanie. Left corner, Romero, 3-ball up, well short. Rebound is long, leave it for Kinzer racing the other end. Kinzer all by herself. Cannot get the breakaway layup. Bird gets the rebound, up court to Romero. 3-on-1, Romero across to Heidemann, stole it away. Backtrack it, it took too long, and Eek stole it, and Hermiston steals it right back. Heidemann, right side, quick trigger, 3, nothing but the bottom of the net. We got our first toy of the night, Caitlin Heidemann hitting the shot. She's got more points than anybody in the game. The freshman's got 5. Under 4 minutes remaining second quarter. Traveling other end by Gabby Johnson. And Hermiston forces another turnover. They lead by 6 with 3:53 left. It is Toys for Trey's night. I believe it's the 5th year that I've done this. First night of basketball. Every 3-pointer made's a toy. Heidemann, how about another one? Airballed that one. Little bit of adrenaline there pumping through the freshman who's got 5 in her first half of high school basketball. Right side, Taylor circling up top, bounces inside. Kinzer there, gets the double team, passes it across. Jumper missed by Johnson. Kinzer fouled on the rebound, +1. And Kendall Kinzer's got a chance for a 3-point play the old-fashioned way. For her, probably a sign really finally putting in her first field goal of the game. And Romero called for her first. 10 on each. So we're in double bonus for the final 3:29 here in the second quarter. Young comes out. Young races out of the gymnasium. And Jaden Ray comes into the game. Now Young races back into the gymnasium. Hey, she's just checking out. Looks like Booster Club's got the apparel set up out there. So just took a quick peek. See if there are any Black Friday deals. It is blackout night for the fans. Kinzer hit the foul shot and cut Hermiston's lead to 2017. 3:24 left, second quarter. Sydney Stephanie throws it away. Kinzer stepped in front of the pass all by herself. Left side layup this time, and the wide open one goes to cut Hermiston's lead down to 1. 3:12 left. Stephanie gets it across the timeline. Double team comes, leaves for Romero. Down the left lane. Out to a 3-point shot for Ray, off iron. Bird goes tumbling to the floor. Lewiston's got it. Kinzer flips it across left side for Eek, and she'll float it in. Eek's got 4. 2:49 left in the second quarter. Now Lewiston's back in front on a 7-0 run. Romero, near side Heidemann through her hands, gets it back, lobs it up top to Ray. Romero, left corner, 3-ball, front iron off, and the rebound, a foul on Bird. She looks kind of displeased and in disbelief at the official, but she really kind of wildly swiped at that ball and ended up committing the harm. Bird second. And at the other end of the floor, 2 foul shots coming for Gabby Johnson, who has not left the floor tonight for Lewiston. First one goes. Kendall Downey will return to the game and give Jaden Ray a break. Dowdy Romero, it was Young who came out. Ray, Stephanie, and Heidemann, the 5 on the floor for Hermiston. Romero's got a rebound on the second one missing. 22-20 Lewiston, 2:24 left in the second quarter. Heidemann drives into the paint, has the ball stripped out of her hands, and it falls to Eek. Eek up court to Kinzer. Kinzer rifles one, 3/4 court across to Collins down the lane. Collins baseline jumper out. Dowdy knocks it out of bounds. First time we've seen Lewiston's varsity freshman, Emily Collins. Heidemann will come out and be replaced by Paige Balzinski. Johnson in the right corner takes the inbound for Lewiston. Bounce inside. Kinzer there, guarded by Romero. Out top, 3 ball is shorted to the left by Eek. The rebound is out, touched last by Lewiston. 2 minutes left in the second quarter. Bulldogs trailing by 2.
Bulldogs got a little bit of a break that time also. I thought Paige might have got to it first and knocked it off of Ortiz's hand, but Ortiz got counted for the knockout.
Hermiston trailing by 2. Hand off to Romero, coming around to the right wing. Spins in the lane. Lefty hook shot is off. Dowdy battling for the rebound, touched last by Kinzer. It's out, and Hermiston's ball. Minute 43 left in the second, and Hermiston trying to get the lead back. They have watched Lewiston rattle off now 8 points in a row. Lob it up to the top of the key for Balzinski. Bounce pass right wing for Romero. She'll circle out top, check back to Juan Rodriguez, who wants to set up some 4-out motion with Dowdy down on the baseline. Balzinski drives, stuck on the block, bounce it, top of the key. Romero down the lane, righty shots off. Dowdy rebound, one bounce, put back is blocked from behind by Kinzer. Kinzer lobs it up court for Lewiston, left side for Eek. Eek tripped as she goes down, falling in a bit of disbelief that there was no whistle, and it's called out. That's one of those you usually see, they'll just give it to Lewiston because there's a foul there that nobody saw. And there was a foul there that nobody saw.
Just a small one.
It wasn't an intentional trip, but legs got tangled. Hermiston should have got called for the harm. Ray on the right wing, stuck up top to Stephanie. Stephanie will drive left side, kick it out. Romero on the right wing, a minute left. 3 ball, off iron, well short. Rebound is loose. Bodies on the floor, tied up. Another jump ball with 56 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The lead for Lewiston is 2, and they've got the possession with Gabby Johnson inbound. No pressure in the backcourt from Hermiston. Eek will bring it into the front court, picks up her dribble, and goes near side for Kinzer across the timeline. 3 ball at the top for Ortiz. The freshman is off. Rebound putback. Johnson's fouled on the putback. And 2 foul shots coming for Gabby Johnson, who's 1 for 2 from the line in this quarter. Dowdy called for her 3rd.
Is there one of the after parties tonight?
12 fouls on Hermiston, 10 on Lewiston here in the first half. Dowdy out, Maddie Bird back in. Lewiston will remove Emily Collins and replace her with Hallie Wells.
And like her dad's like, you might diss me, and I just like sped away. What's he gonna
2
do?
for 2 trip. Johnson has 5. And a 24-20 lead for Lewiston. Now a 10-point run for the Bengals. 30 seconds remaining in the first half. Balzinski on the far sideline, left wing for her, bounces up top to Ray, stolen away by Ortiz. Ortiz slows up, hands off, underneath to Kinzer, left side lay and goes. Kinzer's got 8.
We can still win. We can still
7 in this quarter. Now a 12-0 run for Lewiston. Bounce down under the baseline. Stolen away from Bird. Kinzer comes out with it. 5 seconds left before halftime. Up court right side to Wells, and she's fouled. Polzinski ran through her.
That's her third foul also on the night, Eric.
Polzinski's got 3. Dowdy's got 3. Hallie Wells has 2 foul shots with 3.6 seconds remaining before halftime. Bulldogs in the final 3.5 minutes or so of this quarter have closed the quarter on a 14-0 run. Romero's three-pointer at the buzzer goes begging. Romero scoreless in the second quarter. Hermiston, a quiet quarter, trailed 28-20. As we go into the Tom Denchel Ford Country halftime show, we'll come back, recap the first half here in 2 minutes on AM 1360 KOHU. Take a free throw in the second quarter? Colson, Sunny Levy with you from the Old West Federal Credit Union broadcast booth here in Hermiston High School's Purple Gym. Opening night, the Bulldogs hosting the Bengals out of Lewiston High School. And as we get into the Tom Denchel Ford Country halftime show, 28-20, the Lewiston lead. The Bengals closing on a 14-0 run in about the last 3.5 minutes there of the first half. Neither team shooting particularly well in this one, Sonny, and it's just kind of been a little bit first night sloppy-ish.
Yeah, and particularly for Hermiston, you can tell it's their first game out on the court tonight against an opponent. Hermiston, Lewiston got Hermiston doing something that Hermiston should have been doing to Lewiston, chasing the ball. And when Lewiston finally got Hermiston to start chasing them early in the game where they were able to get the lay-ins and stuff like that, that's when Hermiston started having some trouble covering the big girls for Lewiston. Now, Hermiston, they had a lot of turnovers, 4 turnovers that were basically, if you want to call them unforced, where we should have, when we got the ball in bounds, just kept going instead of looking for somebody or stopping. Push it down the court, make Lewiston chase you, and then get the stop and see if they'll run over the top of you. But Hermiston's got to do that now. Instead of chasing them all the time, and I know that's part of what they need to do, but You don't want to start chasing the team, causing the fouls, and then not have a good shooting night.
So plenty of things to adjust as they go into the halftime break. The other storyline that's developing, Kendall Downey, Paige Balzinski, each with 3 fouls in that first half, and Hermiston working with a short bench tonight in part because of Jordan Thomas's injury. So they've got to be a bit more patient there defensively as well and try not to make this even more of a compounded issue as they move early into the third quarter. We'll take another break here on the Tom Mitchell Ford Country halftime show. We'll be back in 2 minutes on AM 1360 KOHU. Still hear me? Yep. Yep. Sunny, it's the Doghouse and the Tom Mitchell Ford Country halftime show on your hometown radio station AM 1360 KOHU. We also welcome you if you're joining us online at our new website at gohermiston.com, and the new website is mixler.com, the web stream powered by Eastern Oregon Telecom. Hermiston girls trailing Lewiston 28-20. Here's the score line on the scoreboard from last night. Walla Walla boys 63-49 winners at Sunnyside. However, the Walla Walla girls lost to Sunnyside 66-36. Pasco girls 67-40 winners against Wenatchee. Also last night in Erie, the Knights beat Stanfield 42-36, where it was the Erie girls controlling Stanfield quite handily. Also on the schedule here as we look into tonight, Umatilla is at Vernonia at the Vernonia tournament. Ione is hosting Pine Eagle at the basketball bonanza where Erie played Griswold earlier today. Echo is at the Hawk Invitational taking on Trinity Lutheran. Stanfield and Culver at the Sherman County tournament. Eppner's at Willamina for a doubleheader with the boys and the girls. Riverside hosting Faith Bible. And that's a look at your scoreboard here this evening. We'll come back, second half action after this 1 minute break on AM 1360 KOHU. Before we get ready for the second half, we'll take a look at some first half statistics, Sonny.
All right, we'll go ahead and start off with Lewiston. Lewiston was the biggest telltale thing is Lewiston was taking 19 free throws in that first half, making 14 of them. Rebound-wise, Lewiston 16 rebounds, 19 turnovers. For Hermiston, Hermiston was, I believe, 5 of
9 from the foul line, yeah.
Yeah, 5 of 9 from the free throw line. They had 16 rebounds and 13 turnovers. So for a first game, first half, 13's not bad for a first game, but that's something that Hermiston's going to have to clean up.
Starting lineups in the second half brought to you by Rick's Car Wash. No changes for Lewiston. Kendall Tishmer, Kendall Kinzer, Gabby Johnson, Mike, and Caitlin Richardson. Jasmine Romero, Sydney Stephanie, Kendall Dowdy, Maddie Bird, and the fifth on the floor is Jaden Ray, who has it in the right corner. 3-ball up off the iron, back iron. Rebound pings around. Ray chases it down on the far perimeter. Stephanie, back to Ray, right corner, try another tray. Air balls this one. Kinzer's got the rebound for Lewiston. Will rifle one up court with the right hand, chasing it down, Eek, and then losing it out of bounds. It wasn't clean on either side of the ball. Lewiston had their share of turnovers as well. But they closed on what ended up being a 14-0 run to take the 28-20 lead they have right now. Dowdy down into the right corner for Sydney Stephanie. Up top to Ray, near side Romero, and around to Dowdy. Stephanie up top, driving to her right, leaves it. Ray tries another three-pointer, too hard on that one. Underneath, rebounded by Richardson, and she gets it out to Kinzer. The senior running kind of point forward right now. The 6'1" forward brings it into the front court and kicks right wing for Eek, who circles up top. Between the rings, picks up her dribble. Down onto the right block for Johnson. Back out, and Kinzer will reset. Leaves it behind her for Tishmer on the perimeter. Johnson at the foul line, kicks it out left wing for Eek. Eek circling. Down onto the baseline, Kinzer rifles it in the lane. Richardson coming to her right. Shot clock. They count the bucket and say it got up before the shot clock.
Whoa.
Leave it right side. Dowdy a 3-ball quickly in the shot clock, and Kinzer's got the rebound. Kinzer dribbles around Bird and brings it into the front court for Lewiston, whose lead is 30-20. Left side, Johnson misses the layup, and Hermiston's got it with Romero. Righty pass across to Ray, and Romero at the top of the key. Steps inside, jump stop kicks. Stephanie right wing 3, front iron off. Rebound chase down, good box out, and Eek's got it all by herself, racing down the left lane. Eek puts it in, and a timeout for Hermiston. 6:05 left in the third, 32-20 is the advantage, and it's a full timeout for the Bulldog basketball team. We'll take 60 seconds here on AM 1360 KOHU. So was that Johnson, 15, who got that bucket at the buzzer?
No, it was...
Was it Richardson? 23?
No, it was Johnson.
It was Johnson.
It was Johnson, yes.
She has 8.
Well, I had her at 7.
I had her at 7, too. Yeah, I have her at 7. Minutes gone in the third quarter. Hermiston trailing 32-20. Trying to find their first bucket since about the halfway point of the fourth quarter. Dowdy is fouled as she came across the lane. That was one of the things that stood out to me was Lewiston was in the bonus with 2 minutes left in the first quarter, and Hermiston didn't get to the foul line in the second period.
Yeah, It's almost like they stopped and they didn't stop attacking the basket. The whistle just stopped.
Romero into the lane, righty shot off, rebounded by Bird, out to Dowdy, free throw line jumper for Stephanie. It's short, pinged up into the air by Ray, and rebounded by Tishmer for Lewiston. 32-20, the Lewiston lead. Kinzer out on the right wing, 5:28 left in the third quarter. Kinzer guarded by Romero. Up top to Johnson, inside Richardson, fouled by Bird on the turnaround. Bird commits her third, the first one on Hermiston in the second half.
Foul on Miss Bird, that's her third, and first team foul on the Bulldogs.
First one for Richardson is up and good. She's got 6 now. And one more coming. 2 for 2.
That's 2. Miss Richardson.
34-20. Romero brings it into the front court. Near side for Dowdy, tipped out, last touch by Johnson for Lewiston. And Hermiston will have it inbound on the sideline, right in front of their bench. Romero will put it in play. Lobs it to the jump circle for Ray, the sophomore guard. Played some last year in her freshman campaign. Out top to Dowdy. Dowdy down the right lane, flings it up, glass and good. And there is the first bucket since almost a whole quarter ago. 34-22 is the lead for Lewiston. Air ball, others in for Kinzer. Rebounded by Ray into the front court for Hermiston. Up to Romero. Romero full head of steam into the paint. Righty scoop, fouled on the shot. And she's got 2 free throws coming her way on Kendall Kinzer's third foul. Second team foul on Lewiston. Oh wow, they give it to Johnson.
Wow. She was even close.
Johnson also kind of has a wry smile on her face, shaking her head like there's no way I did anything. She has to come out. Hallie Wells will come in. Romero made the first foul shot. 4:36 left in the third quarter. A 2-for-2 trip for Romero cuts the Lewiston lead down to 10. Tishmer at the top of the key, looking to her right, trying to get it inside to Richardson. Double team there. Richardson out to the foul line, eke down the lane. Righty shot is off. Richardson rebounds and a foul on the rebound. Called against Ray. They are calling one thing consistently tight, and that is rebounding fouls. Ray's got her third. Second team foul on Hermiston. Into the lane, shot off for Kinzer, tipped out of bounds by Lewiston. Bulldog with the possession. Down by 10 with 4:17 left in the third quarter. Giles and Romero will bring it into the front court. The junior flings it across to Sydney Sefton. Leaves it out for Ray on the perimeter. Swing it around near side. Romero into the paint. Stephanie up top to Ray. Down the right side, dumps it underneath, and Bird finishes. On the left block, Bird cuts the lead to 34-26. Richardson down inside, floats one up over the top of Bird and Young. Rebound put back for Wells. Wells has got 5, 36-26, now the lead for Lewiston. 3 minutes, 43 seconds left in the third quarter. Ray will come out. Paige Balzinski did not start the second half, will come in. She's got 3 fouls. Wells flings one up, it's too hard. Romero's got the rebound. Comes around one defender, a 4-on-3 for Hermiston. Romero pull up 3, hangs on the rim and falls in for Jaslyn. She's got 9, another 3-pointer made for Hermiston. 36-29. Kinzer to answer back right side, running lane, goes down the right lane. 10 points for Kinzer. 38-29. 3:08 left in the third period. Paulzinski leaves it up top for Stephanie. Stephanie at the left elbow, lobs it back out to Young, near side Romero. Another three ball, halfway down, rattles out into the hands of Eek for Lewiston. Eek a 3-on-2. Richardson down the left lane, bumped +1. Romero called for the harm. Her second, a chance for a three-point play the old-fashioned way for Caitlin Richardson.
Yeah, we just, once we get a little bit of momentum going, we just don't seem to be able to sustain it, and we start turning the ball over. And that was a correct call. I don't know what Juan's arguing about there, but that was the right call. I mean, she got into the body of Richardson on the way up.
Richardson misses the foul shot, and Romero has the rebound. The lead for Lewiston is 40-29. Paulzinski into the paint, and she is fouled by Tishmer, who picked up her third team foul.
Foul, number 23.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. They gave it to Richardson.
Wow.
Her second. Romero, left corner, three, off iron, underneath Richardson. And they're going to call Bird for a foul as Richardson went tumbling to the floor. Bird, her fourth team foul. 40-29, Lewiston's lead. Kendall Dowdy's got to come back into the game for Bird with 2:38 left in the third quarter. It's becoming more and more obvious as the fouls keep piling up that Jordan Thomas is not available tonight. Other end of the floor, 30-second timeout called by the Lewiston Bengals. 40-29, Lewiston's lead. 2:34 left in the third period. And the Bulldogs haven't been able to recover from the 14-0 run that Lewiston was able to put together at the end of the second quarter and early here in the third. Ranch and Home scoreboard at the Sherman County tournament. Stanfield girls lost to Culver 48-24 is the score line that's put up in that one. Irrigan girls beat Griswold handily at the Ione Basketball Bonanza 60-14. The score in that one. Ione still yet to play in their home tournament. We'll have more scores come in as the night goes on. Elgin beat LaGrange's JV team over at the Elgin tournament 43-32. 2:25 left in the third quarter. 40-29. Romero steals the ball away from Lewiston. Took it off of a bad pass from Eek. Romero for Stephanie, up top Paulzinski. Paulzinski comes to the right. Righty floater in the paint is short. Paulzinski goes tumbling to the floor. She tries to grab it, and a blocking foul is called on whom? Tishmer now has her third foul. The 14th foul. 2:08 left in the third quarter. 11-point lead for Lewiston. Lob it to Paulzinski at the top of the key. Page bounces right side. Romero tees a tray. Off iron, rebound, putback. Young fouled on the putback and going to the line with two shots coming. I'm not even going to guess who the foul was on. There were two in the vicinity, so it'll probably be one of the others who was not in the vicinity. Oh, it was Allie Wells. Third for her. 5 team fouls on Lewiston, and Young is able to make the first of the two foul shots. Kayla Young, 2 for 2. 40-31, the lead for Lewiston is down to 9 with 2:01 left in the third quarter. 2 minutes remaining in this period. Ball stolen away by Young on the far sideline for Hermiston. Whips it up court to Paulzinski. Paulzinski wobbles into a shot and misses. Other end of the floor, lob too far to Kinzer. It's a comedy of errors, and none of the coaching staff is laughing on either bench. Minute 43 left. Coincidental turnovers make it Hermiston's ball. Right side for Ray. Ray up to Polzinski. She'll drive right baseline, float one up, and rebounded by Kinzer on the air ball. Minute 23 left in the third, and Lewiston looking to add to their 9-point advantage. Kinzer works into the front court, throws right wing. Catch there by Wells, drives right baseline, blocked away by Dowdy. Romero's got it on the near sideline for Hermiston. Into the left wing, Romero. Thought about the pull up, now will slow up and reset for Hermiston. Far side, Polzinski. Polzinski drives, leaves, right wing, 3-ball, knocked down by Romero. Couple in this quarter, 12 points total. And Hermiston's cut the Lewiston lead down to 6. It was as big as 12 at one point. 38 seconds left in the third quarter. Kinzer in the right corner, skip pass across to Wells. Wells tripped by Polzinski. Commits her fourth. 15 foul on Hermiston. Sydney Stephanie will go and get Polzinski. 34 seconds left. Lob it in, put back for Eek. It's partially blocked. Richardson rebound, put back, flipped in. Richardson's got 11. 42-34. Stephanie kicks it left corner. Young tees a tray. Front iron off. Dowdy rebound. Back out to Romero. Romero will back it back up. 14 seconds left. Shot clock is off. Romero holding. Just inside half court. Dowdy comes to set a high screen on Kinzer. Romero coming to her left. Leaves it left corner. Young 3-ball. Around and out at the buzzer. That will bring us to the end of the third. 42-34. Hermiston down by 8 as they go into the fourth quarter. When we're back in 60 seconds on KOHU. Check my Lewiston numbers. 2 with 1.
2 has 2. 2 free throws.
11 with 10.
Well, if you go by their board, yeah, I had it with 9. But okay. They've got 10. We'll have to give it to her that way.
All right, we're coming back out of this break. 8 minutes left in regulation on opening night. Lewiston will have the possession, attacking left to right. You got to get it in. The official's impatient and set the ball down at midcourt. Lewiston does get it in. Kendall Kinzer into the left wing for Jenica Ortiz, a freshman who has it turned over. Knocked out of Dowdy's hands by Richardson. And so Hermiston will keep the possession. So Kinzer and Caitlin Richardson, along with Jenica Ortiz, Carly Taylor. And the fifth on the floor is Gabby Johnson for Lewiston. Jaden Ray drives left baseline, pulls it back out, has it knocked out of her hands again. Now Romero will come in and tie up the ball. Jasmine Romero, Jaden Ray, Caitlin Heidemann back into the game. Kayla Young and Kendall Dowdy. Hermiston with the possession on the jump ball. Heidemann takes the inbound. Heidemann far side for Young. Young circling into lane, dumps it underneath, right block for Dowdy, moves into the paint and flips it in. Dowdy's got 5. The Lewiston lead is 42-36 with 45 seconds gone in the fourth quarter. Picking up her dribble, Taylor bounces near side for Kinzer. Kinzer, the senior, lobs it inside Richardson. Romero comes across, boxed it away by Richardson, rebounds and puts it back in. 44-36, a minute left A minute gone in the fourth quarter. Far sideline for Heidemann. Circle it around to Ray in the right corner. And back near side Romero. Romero sizing up Kinzer, and they'll swing it around the perimeter right. Young gets around her defender. Down on the right block again for Dowdy. Back out, Romero, 3-ball. Back on her too hard. And the rebound pulled down by Lewiston into the hands of Kinzer. She'll bring it into the front court with 6:34 on the clock in the fourth quarter, and Lewiston's lead is 8. Right corner for Ortiz. Bounces inside to Richardson. Richardson checked that. It was Johnson, but she walked. Dowdy coming across on the help side defense was able to force the extra step. Lewiston will pull Taylor off and put Emily Collins on. It's a freshman for freshman switch for Steve Lear. Romero running the one right now. Brings it into the front court. Hand off to Ray. Ray spins to her left, back to Romero on the left side. Romero coming around the paint right side, and a blocking foul will be called on the floor against Ortiz, the freshman. Her first. 16 fouls. And Hermiston's got a baseline inbound with 6:10 left in the fourth quarter, trailing 44-36. Romero with the basket to her right. Lobs it in to Dowdy, up top to Heidemann. Heidemann coming down the left lane, flings it into the paint, stolen away, right into the hands of Richardson for Lewiston. Kinzer will bring it into the front court for the Bengals. 2 minutes gone in the fourth quarter. Down inside, Johnson right block, can't finish. Kinzer rebounds, throws it back into the paint. Dowdy steals it. For Hermiston, Dowdy will give near sideline to Romero. Bulldogs trailing by 8 with 5:45. Romero into the paint, flings it over her head, trying to backward left side reverse, and Lewiston's got it on the air ball. Into the front court, a timeout for the Lewiston Bengals. 5:37 left in the fourth. Their lead is 44-36, and it's a 30-second variety timeout for Lewiston, leaving them with 2 timeouts left. Juan Rodriguez does have 3 for him. This is the first of our doubleheader here tonight. Casey Arstein and the Hermiston boys will follow against the Lewiston Bengals. That one is a little bit more even, Steven, as far as games played. Lewiston's boys played on Tuesday. Lewiston girls have played 4 games already. This is game 5 for them, and it's opening night for this Hermiston team. 8 senior boys. We're going to see everybody.
Well, we're probably going to need to. We're probably going to have to build those numbers up through the year, although we do have some height. You know, we got some couple of 6'3", couple of 6'4" kids coming to this year. So
I guess Blake is 6'4", isn't he?
Yeah.
So Andreessen added a couple of inches over the offseason, so there are 6'4" kids finally in the program. Of course, those are wing players for the MCC schools we're going to be playing against. Near sideline, Johnson down onto the right block, over Gowdy, banks it in. Johnson extends the Lewiston lead to 46-36. 10 points again for the Bengals with 5:05 left in the fourth quarter. Dowdy stuck in the left baseline, back out Stephanie, around to Ray. Ray drives into the paint, dumps it underneath for Bird. She's fouled by Richardson. Commits her 3rd, 7th team foul on Lewiston, and Maddie Bird at the line with 2 foul shots coming.
Yeah, now we got to have these. When the clock is dead, we've absolutely got to make our free throws.
Has never particularly been the best facet of the basketball program here for the Hermiston girls. A storied program. You know what's on the line the first year in the WIAA? 23 straight playoff appearances going back to the 1990s. 26 times in Oregon they made it to the state playoffs. Second foul shot went in, but it's waved off. A lane violation on Hermiston.
Yeah, they say Nadia toe touched the line as that second one went up.
These 2 programs do have quite a bit of history going back. We can go back as far as 2004-2005 season, and Lewiston leads the all-time series 9-7. Foul on the right block, and that was Bird, I believe, and that's going to be Bird fouling out of the game. If it was Bird. Yeah. Bird 5th, She'll finish with 4 points. 16 foul on Hermiston. Jocelyn Romero will come back into the game before Caitlin Richardson takes her couple of foul shots. These teams did play last year here in December, and it was Lewiston winning 55-46. In fact, they played the last 2 years. Lewiston won both of them. The last 2 years of the Steve Hoffert era, the teams did not play. Kinzer's coming back into the game to replace the freshman Emily Collins. Richardson has one more foul shot to go. And they're both good for Richardson. Lewiston has shot their free throws well tonight, 48-36 their advantage. Stephanie up top to Romero, near side to Ray. Heidemann loses the handle, freshman gets it back. Finds Stephanie, the senior. Spins into the paint, kick near side. Heidemann, 3-ball, well short. Long rebound, Romero controls it for Hermiston, steps into left corner. Up top to Stephanie, right side for Ray. Steps around a 3, goes down onto the block, stuck there on a double team, throws it away. Into the hands of Tishner, down the far sideline, she'll go for Lewiston. Skipping near side for Kinzer. Kinzer surveys, up top to Eek, cutting into the lane, misses the shot in the paint. Rebound put back for Richardson, off, and then bounced out of bounds on the far sideline. Hermiston will have the possession just 2 seconds past the halfway point of quarter number 4. Lewiston's lead is 12 again. Matches their biggest of the night. Stephanie leaves it for Heidemann. 3-ball right side, airballed into the hands of Dowdy. Dowdy stuck under the block, flings it back up top and between the rings. Romero has it. Over to Stephanie, flip to Heidemann. The freshman back up to Ray. Ray works into the paint. Righty runner floats in. Jaden Ray, they need her to be an offensive threat, especially in a game like tonight without Jordan Thomas. Down inside, Romero picks the ball away from Kinzer, and then Romero loses it back. Kinzer all by herself, steps into a righty layup. Good defense by Romero, but then she had her handles picked right back. And a Lewiston lead back to 12 at 50-38. 3:07 left in quarter 4. Romero right side 3, swishes it. Timeout for Juan Rodriguez with Romero's 3-ball cutting the Lewiston lead down to 9 at 52-41. It's a full timeout with 3:02 left in the 4th. We'll take 60 on KOHU. Left in regulation. Lewiston 50, Hermiston 41. Jocelyn Romero's got 15 points after her 3rd 3-point shot of the night. Cuts the Lewiston lead down to 9, but still a lot of work to do for this Hermiston team. Near sideline, Hallie Wells stuck in the right corner, lobs it back up top to Gabby Johnson. Bounces near side to Kendall Kinzer. Kinzer down into the right lane, looking inside to Caitlin Richardson, and an offensive foul off of the ball is called on Lewiston. By the way, Kendall Tinchner rounds out the 5 of the floor. Richardson called for the foul, and Richardson's got her first. 8th-team foul was player control, so Hermiston's got the ball. 32-35 left in the 4th. 9-point lead. Heidemann steps into a long two. Front iron off. Richardson's got the rebound. Dowdy fouls her in the backcourt. And Dowdy's committed her fourth. 17 foul on Hermiston, so Caitlin Richardson will come to the other end of the floor with a 1-and-1 opportunity.
The foul is on Miss Dowdy. That's her fourth personal foul. 7 for the Wolves.
Richardson has gone 9 of 11 from the charity stripe this evening,
Shooting 1-1.
to account for much of her 15 points. Now 16 as that first one goes. 2 minutes, 26 seconds remaining in the fourth. And the Lewiston lead is 51-41 as the second foul shot goes missing. But an offensive rebound pulled down by Johnson. Bounces out to Kinzer. Kinzer into Richardson off of her shoe top. Pings around. Wells has it for Lewiston. Sidesteps the defender and lays it in on the right block. 53-41. Right side for Heidemann, up to Romero. Ray drives in, loses the handle, and a hand check foul is called on Lewiston. It is their ninth. Kendall Tishmer's got her second. Richardson comes out, and Mike is back in for Lewiston. 2:01 left. Jaden Ray, her first foul shots of the night. Swishes one. Bulldogs are going to be at home on Tuesday night. They've got LeGrand coming to town, 5:45 for the girls, and the boys will follow at 7:30. Ray misses the second, but Hermiston got an offensive rebound. Ray, top of the key, drives down right lane, splits two defenders, cannot make the shot. Rebound, pings around, Eakes got it for Lewiston. 53-42 is the Lewiston lead, and a traveling violation. Good pressure defense by Sydney Stephanie, who's had a quiet night. 3 points all in the first quarter.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing for Eek that time, everybody on the rest of the Lewiston squad took off down court. Left her standing there by herself, and no place to go with good hard defense by Stephanie.
Stephanie's pass is stolen by Allie Wells, poked away, but then out of bounds, lost by Caitlin Richardson into the Hermiston pep band. Minute 45 left. Bulldogs trailing 53-42. Raid inbound on the far sideline. About 5 paces up for the baseline. Into Stephanie. Hand check foul called on Wells. She's got 4. Now Sydney Stephanie will go to the foul line.
Need the double bonus now.
No, just 9. That was just 9. Stephanie's got a 1-and-1 situation. Oh no, it is 10. It's the first time they've been slow. My fault. You were right. Stephanie misses.
Cannot afford these.
Well, it's going to take some type of miracle finish if Hermiston's going to come back. Sydney Stephanie goes 0 for 2 at the line. Wells brings it into the front court. 1:35 left in the fourth quarter. Hermiston down by 11. Looks like Lewiston is going to see this one out and improve to 2-3 on the season. Richardson's pass poked out by Romero last. Lewiston will have a baseline inbound coming. Kinzer, interior pass, batted away by Dowdy. Loose, Kinzer's got it on the near sideline, skips it across to Wells. Wells drives into the paint, fouled on her way to the hoop. The foul will go on Stephanie, her second. 18 fouls on Hermiston, and so Hallie Wells is at the foul line with 2 shots coming, and she misses the first of them.
Got it for her low top shoes till the 8th grade. From like the 4th to the 8th grade.
Minute 18 left, and the Lewiston lead is still 11. Richardson rebounds another miss by Wells, and traveling violation is called as Stephanie has tried to secure the ball underneath. Lewiston will inbound on the baseline. Kendall Kinzer has 12 points tonight. She'll put it in play. He's kind of run that point forward position for the 6'1" forward for Lewiston. Lobs it inside. Johnson right block. And an offensive foul is called on Gabby Johnson. Her fourth.
Offensive foul, number 15 of Bengals, that's her fourth.
Player control, however. Lewiston's got four players with 4 fouls. Romero takes it, 1:10 left in the fourth quarter. Hermiston down by 11. Stephanie in the right corner. Ray up top, drives right side. Ray lose the ball out of bounds. They'll say touched out last by Johnson. Hermiston inbounds on the baseline with 1 minute and 2 seconds remaining in regulation, trailing 53-42. Stephanie into Ray in the right corner. Romero, right wing, circles up top. Jaslyn Romero goes to work down the lane, right side. Blocking foul will send her to the line to shoot a pair. Romero took a hard knock there, a little bit slow to get back up.
Yeah, it looked like she got a knee to the thigh there.
Caitlin Richardson commits her 5th. She will foul out of the game, finishing with 16 points. And Mike will come back in. Well, game 1 has not been lacking in that category. That'll get us to 40 fouls even on the night. Romero misses the first and has one more. The second one is true. Jaslyn's got 16 points to match Richardson, leading scorers in this game. Stephanie will foul in the backcourt, her 3rd, 9th team foul, and will walk to the other end of the floor for Mike to put the ball in play. Tonight is 0 for 1 from the foul line. She has 6 points total. Sandfield boys win down in Sherman County against Culver 58-52. Romero stepped out of bounds on the near sideline after a miss. 53-43, 49 seconds left. So they're on the Ranch and Home scoreboard. The Stanfield boys win. Stanfield girls lost earlier. Heidemann called for a foul.
Wow, they called her for the foul when there was a over and back before the foul was ever there. They are going to be calling this oddly.
Well, there's 47 seconds left, so hopefully they're not calling much more. Tishmer misses the first foul shot, and she'll have one more to go to extend the lead back to 11, and she gets the shooter's roll. 3 points for her tonight, 54-43. Steal by Eek on the other end on a bad pass, and then Ray is able to finally chase Eek down and foul her. Jaden Ray's 4th, 10 on Hermiston. Mike just went 1 for 2. She has 2 foul shots coming on this trip. Lewiston's going to win 10 of 17 against Hermiston. We go back. Our numbers allow us to go back to 2004-2005 season. And the Bengals are going to improve to 3-2 as Zeke makes the second of her 2. 55-43, 33 seconds left, and Stephanie throws it out of bounds over Heidemann's hands. Into the hands of Hermiston's band director. 33 seconds left, Bulldogs will full court press. Heidemann tried to get the foul, ref won't give it. Into Johnson underneath left side, lays it in. Johnson's got 11, 57-43, 20 seconds remaining. Shot clock off. Romero, right side for Heidemann. Lobs it to the top of the key for Ray. Ray down the right side, bounces to Dowdy, left block. Dowdy works her way to the hoop and lays it in. Dowdy has 7, 57-45 as the final seconds roll off the clock. That'll be the final score. Lewiston improves to 2 and 3, and Hermiston loses their season opener here tonight at Hermiston High School. We'll come back 2 minutes, get you final stats from game 1, and then we'll get you ready for game 2 here. Doubleheader night, Hermiston hosting Lewiston on the opening night. Back at 2 on 13-16 KOHU. there's an asterisk. Andrew's not really hurt. His shoulder is in a bad way. As Casey Hermiston said in our pregame, he has decided that he is cleared to play basketball. He's going to have shoulder surgery after the basketball season is over. He doesn't have to throw a football anymore, so it's not it's the right side that got hurt on the first football game of the season. During the football season, they need him because I see this between Dennis and second grade really Andrew has been often as they came up through the year. They needed a bucket. They looked to him first. Remember, he was the guy who started as a freshman for that team that didn't go in one bucket.
This team can gel together this year. Let's see what they do. You know, Andrew really tough to we saw that that is really surgery on his first game of the year and really ultimately hampered his full ability. But now it's a little bit different motion. That's it should only hurt him here when it goes to rebound.
To be fair, the guy still did run for almost 1,000 yards. It's not like contact is going to be the problem there tonight. Is he going to be sore every night? That's kind of the virtue of being a guy who's a 4-year starter in basketball, 3 years in football, and has a couple of years of baseball varsity action under his belt as well. There are a lot of miles on that 18-year-old body. Casey Hermiston, the head coach, Taylor Smith in charge of the JV program, Ricardo Sotelo in charge of the C team, Riley Smith, the coach of the freshman. David Moore, the baseball coach, who's been helping last year, is put on the strike full-time in this fall, so he is in the Blue Mountain Association. A long and rather pronounced delay with the lights off before we introduce the starting lineups. Lewiston waiting semi-patiently in their all purple uniforms. Lewiston across the front in white with white numerals all trimmed in yellow. The Hermiston boys have a brand new starting lineup. It's an all-white uniform, white numerals in lettering with black trim. We'll call it fancy for now. I'm going to call it a pain for broadcasters later on in the year, I would imagine. But for now, I feel okay with the way things look.
They're actually a sharp-looking uniform, but you're right. It is going to be a pain following these games because that especially for announcers that aren't familiar with the body.
Yeah, but if you want to do rock, paper, scissors here, loser has to do the, there's no purple on the jersey for Hermiston.
Yeah, you know, that went out, Eric, and they started going with, the black being their, one of their main jerseys or main uniforms.
There's always some purple somewhere. Just on the shooting shirts now. Either way, introduce starters. I can only introduce one of the officials James tees up a tray. Nothing them at the bottom of the net. James extends Hermiston's lead to 5-2. 6:50 on the clock in the first quarter. And there's our first toy for the Christmas Express toy drive. Toys for Trays night. Girls game had 4 Hermiston three-pointers. Donovan Santana delaying fouled, and he's got 2 shots coming. After Hermiston called for their second foul. 6:40 on the clock in the first quarter. And it's going to be Jordan Ramirez who is called for the harm, his first. Santana is the big scorer for this Lewiston team. They can shoot from just about anywhere as well on the floor. However, apparently not from the foul line, as 0 for 2 trip keeps Hermiston up by 3. Cesar Ortiz, he's been known as the most prolific three-point shooter in Hermiston's program. Andrew James right side, leaves it for Ortiz, top of the gate tray. A little bit wobbly off the back iron into the hands of Van Boyen. Van Boyen gives it up to the point guard, Spencer into the front court. Hands off to Santana. Santana picks up his dribble, James steps out on him. And back over to Connor Spencer. Spencer in to Santana. Left wing 3. Too hard. Rebound. Pulled down by Ortiz. Rifles it up to Ramirez. Ramirez has a 3-on-2. Good job by Lewis to get back. Kick into the right side. Offensive foul.
A little delayed that time.
And called by the guy on the near sideline as opposed to the guy on the baseline where the play was happening. But the charging foul is going to be called against Jordan Ramirez, and he's got 2 quickies.
And that's unfortunate because there's nobody. I mean, Santana might be the only guy that's quick enough to stay with him.
Cole Smith comes in for Ramirez with the 2 fouls. Van Boyen up top to Mulligan. Mulligan left wing 3 off the front iron for Spencer. Rebound put back on the right side by Dylan Johnson. Dylan Johnson cuts the Hermiston lead down to 1. 5:38 left in the first quarter. James working the point over the left side for Ortiz. Ortiz in the corner, back out to James. Rifle near side. Smith into the corner. Andreessen drives baseline over his head to Mendez. Back out to Ortiz. The head coach for Lewiston, Jason Ulrich, working the baseline like he's playing defense. A foul as Andrew James drove into the lane, wanted to kick right side, but he was caught first. And the foul will go against Spencer, his first. Lewiston, their first whistle against them. Andrew James, the inbound on the baseline, lobs it up to the top of the key, and Cole Smith is fouled by Donovan Santana. Went for the steal, but really didn't have his balance, and he's got his first and the second on Lewiston in quick succession. 5:19 left in the first quarter. 5-4 Hermiston lead. Andrew James at the top of the key. Circles left, kicks into the corner for Andreessen. He'll drive baseline, take it to the 10, batted away into the hands of Van Boyen. Casey Arstein, the third-year head coach, up on his feet, wanted a foul. Other end, Santana. Skip it across, right side to Spencer. Spencer into the corner for Mulligan. Mulligan up top of the key for 3. Johnson's shot is off. It's poked out off of the backside of Cole Smith, and Lewiston will have an inbound coming.
Nice job that time by Andreessen to keep the ball away and take the chance of maybe hitting that ball off of the Lewiston player.
Johnson, right corner for Santana, head fake it a drive into the paint all the way around the left side, and the lefty lay-in goes to give Lewiston the lead, 6-5, 4:42 left in the first quarter. Lewiston has George Forsman at the line to check in. Foul +1. Andrew James. The foul is on Connor Spencer, his second. Third team foul. Andrew James with a chance for a three-point play the old-fashioned way. First changes. Van Boyen and Santana will come out for Lewiston. Forsman joined by Cash Lang on the floor. Adrian Mendez off. Blake Davis, the 6'4 junior, on. Now Lewiston has Cole Jacobs at the scorer's table to come in as well.
Yeah, that was Spencer's second foul already also. So he's going to be taking a seat for a little while.
4 minutes, 36 seconds left in the first quarter. Andrew James for First foul shot of the season for the Hermiston boys. It's off iron. Davis battling for the rebound, cannot control it. Lewiston's ball.
May have caught just a little bit of a break that time. Davis climbing over the top and got away with it.
Lang just came into the game, brings it into the front court, hands off near side to Johnson, circling up top. Johnson walked his way across the lane. Good defense there by Cesar Ortiz. Something the senior knew he had to work on coming into his last campaign here in the Hermiston, well, tonight black and white uniforms. 4:18 left in the first quarter. 7-6 lead for Hermiston. Andrew James looking backdoor for Andreessen. Reverse layup all around to the left side. Andreessen with the right hand flipped it up over his head for his first points of the night. 9-6 the lead. Mulligan out far side. 3 in the key, called on Lewiston as Forsman got caught.
Yeah, you can't camp in there, and he pretty much, from the time the ball came down, was in the middle of that key down on the baseline.
Andrew James breaks the full court press. Andreessen left corner 3, too hard. Rebound pings around under the basket, picked up by Lewiston's Mulligan. Near side for Lang. Lang gives it up top to Mulligan. Hermiston by 3 with 3:33 left in the first quarter. Long 3, top of the key for Lang. Back iron off. James has it poked out of his hands by Johnson, who stepped out of bounds as he tried to save it in by the Hermiston bench. Bulldogs with the ball. Donovan Santana will return to the game and give Dylan Johnson a break. Hermiston looking to add on to a 3-point lead. Opening night for Hermiston. A year ago, this Bulldog team finished at 500, 12-12, had to win their final 5 regular season games to do that and get into the postseason. A bumping foul after a steal. And it's Ortiz who's called for the foul, his second. 4th team foul. Ortiz will come out of the game. And Sergio Madrigal, the 5'10 junior, will come in for him. 9-6 Hermiston with 3:13 left in the first quarter. Lang out to the right side, picks up his dribble, flips it to the top of the key. Mulligan open for the 3. Too hard off the back iron. Andreessen skies up and pokes it. Davis secures it for Hermiston. Andrew James brings it into the front court. Stops the top key. Hesitation, then drive right past Santana to 10. And the lay-in. Give James 7. 11-6 the Hermiston advantage. 2:45 left in the opening period. Johnson inside underneath to Forsman. Can't make the layup on the reverse. Rebounded by Hermiston's Madrigal. James up to Andreessen, leaves it for a trailer Smith. Back to Andreessen, baseline left, bounce it across, right side. Madrigal 3 ball, too hard. Andreessen the rebound, kicks it back out. Smith tees a tray, front iron short. Rebound pings out and into the hands of Lewiston. Lang brings it into the front court, near side for Santana. Santana circles into the paint, righty scoop shot, blocked from behind by Andreessen. Flips it near sideline for Andrew James. 2:10 left in the first quarter. Hermiston looking to add on to the 5-point advantage. Left side Smith drives under the hoop, loses the handle. Stolen by Santana, who weaves his way around James. Santana into the front court. Draws traffic, spins around, finds himself open and blocked by Andreessen. Saved in by Smith, but Santana takes it back from Andreessen. Behind his back pass over to the right side. They'll bring it up top for Lang. Lang too hard on the shot. Davis secures the rebound. Timeout for Casey Arstein. With 1:44 left in the first quarter. The Hermiston lead is 11-6 at a 30-second timeout for the Bulldog boys.
Bulldogs doing a good job, Eric, of getting on the boards and staying there and getting big. I mean, this, their big man, Van Boyen, he's probably the one that came out of the football program. He looks like a football player. Boy, I tell you, they've limited him away from the basket, which is good because, he's got 2 defensive rebounds, but nothing on the offensive side where Lewiston is struggling right now.
Tell you on the Ranch and Home scoreboard, the Lewiston girls won 57-45 earlier on this evening. Hermiston boys with 1:44 left in the first quarter lead 11-6. Ramirez will bring it into the front court. Ramirez, who has 2 fouls, bounces it on the pick and roll. Davis lays it in. Blake Davis. What an old school pick and roll. Santana has it in the front court for Lewiston. As Bulldogs lead now 13-6. All the way to the 10, left side lay-in for Santana, his second bucket of the ball game. 13-8 Hermiston. Minute 10 left in the first quarter. Here's top of the key, comes right corner. Leaves it for Smith. Smith back to Ramirez on the right side. Works into the paint and a traveling violation.
Just one too many steps. A little shuffle got him at the start of it, and then the other step was just fine as he didn't have that little shuffle earlier.
Van Boyen, the post you were talking about, replaces Forsman, the younger post. Under a minute remaining in the first quarter. Hermiston's lead is 5. Down inside, Van Boyen got inside on Davis and lays it in to cut the Hermiston lead down to 3 with 45 seconds remaining in quarter number 1. Ramirez will walk it across into the front court. On the high pick from Davis, leaves it for Andreessen on the right side. Andreessen sees a seam, takes it, the lane fouled there, and will earn a trip to the free throw line. Andrew James, the break was brief. He's back to the scorer's table after the first of Andreessen's foul shots. On the foul by Dylan Johnson, his first and the 4th team foul. Short in the first, James in, Ramirez out. Andrew James has 7 points to lead all scorers. Andreessen is able to hit the second. Extends Hermiston's lead to 14-10. Final half minute of the first quarter. 1 second difference between game clock and shot clock. Although the shot clock should be turned off because the second is the other way. Left side, Santana tries a 3, air balls it, and over the back, a foul on the Lewiston Bengals. Looks like Johnson will be called for the harm. 15 foul on Lewiston, 10 seconds remaining. Magical bounces it into James, who brings it in the front court. High scheme from Andreessen. Left corner, Cole Smith back out on top to James. Coming to his right, 2 seconds left. Andreessen 3, knocks it down at the buzzer. 17-10 after a quarter here in Hermiston on opening night for the Bulldogs against the visiting Lewiston Bengals. We'll be back, second quarter action coming your way after this 60-second break on M1360 KOHU. American Sunday, it's the Old West Federal Credit Union broadcast booth. 17-10 on a Ryan Andreessen three-point shot made at the end of the first quarter. Second 3 ball by the Hermiston boys brings our total to 6 tonight on Toys for Trays night. Donovan Santana attacking the basket down the right side. Makes a bucket to start the quarter for Lewiston. Then cuts the Hermiston lead down to 5. Left corner for Ryan Andreessen, who's got 6 points. Andrew James has it now in the left corner. Leading scorer with 7. Cole Smith to his left, kicks it. Inside, back for Smith on the right block. Hangs in the air and lays it in on the assist for Andreessen. Cole Smith's first points of the night get Hermiston's lead back out to 7. Santana kicks left corner. Jace McArcher, the freshman, will kick it back out to Santana. Santana down the right lane. Past Smith and lays it in. Santana has 8. 19 to 14. Minute gone in the second quarter. Andreessen on the left wing gives into the corner for Andrew James. Head fake, he'll leave it for Mendez. Mendez across the lane, high off the glass. No, ball tipped back by Andreessen. Flip back up, tip back up. Andreessen, at first you don't succeed, try again, and he gets 8 points with that one going in on the third try. 21-14 traveling violation on Lewiston. Unforced error, give it back to the Bulldogs looking to add on to their 7-point lead with 6:35 left in the second quarter. Every 3-pointer made tonight, I'll donate a toy to Christmas Express. I challenge you to join me. Last year we got almost 200 down on the block. Adrian Mendez lays it in on the pass from Andreessen. 23 to 14. Hermiston getting a little bit of a cushion with 6:11 left in the second quarter. At the top of the key, Santana hesitates and drives. A foul on his way in. Cole Smith, who's been called in with Jordan Ramirez in early foul trouble. He's been given the Santana assignment. And they just kind of trade off. Now it's Andreessen's turn. Lewiston will bring Connor Spencer back into the game to replace the freshman McArcher. Spencer's got 2 fouls, so he didn't play a lot in that first period. Lob it inside to Van Boyen, past him. Spencer kicks it out to the right wing. Lang 3-ball, too hard. Andreessen skies for the rebound. Throws it up court, but past Andrew James. Incomplete. Lewiston ball with 5:57 left in the second quarter.
That's hard to outthrow Andrew's speed. That's nice job by Andreessen getting way up over the top of everybody for that rebound.
5:50 left in the second quarter. 9-point lead right now for Hermiston. Left corner, 3 is off iron for Spencer, and Hermiston's got the rebound. Cole Smith pulls it down. And the Bulldogs will bring it into the front court. Andreessen kicks left side. Smith head fakes, hands it off. Left corner, Andrew James wants a 3-ball. Rattles around into the hands of Van Boyen for Lewiston. Up the far sideline, Lang will bring it into the front court. Hand it off to Van Boyen up top. Full head of steam, bounces it to Spencer in the right corner. Van Boyen runs over the top of James. Rebound by Cole Smith. 5:13 left in the second quarter. Ball poked out of bounds. Last touch by Mendez. And Lewiston's got the ball on the turnover on the far sideline. Hermiston 23, Lewiston 14. Up top for Spencer, kick, Santana open, right corner, 3-pointer, off the back iron, rebound, put back Lang, and he floats it in from 15 feet away. Cuts the Hermiston lead to 23-16, 4:50 left, and thrown by James behind a cutting Madrigal out of bounds. Another turnover, and Lewiston's got the ball back.
Well, that's the one thing you don't need to do at this point is go ahead and start turning the ball over. Hermiston's got good pressure on him. They just got to keep it there.
4:45 left second quarter. Santana kicks into the right corner to Forsman, who's returned to the game. The 6'6 sophomore sets a screen. Right corner. Santana swishes a 3. Donovan Santana's got 11. 23 to 19. Now the scoreline. Left corner answer back 3 for Andreessen. Off iron. Lang secures it for Lewiston. And he'll bring it down the middle of the court with 4:19 left in the second quarter. Left side for Spencer. Inside for Forsman. Offensive foul. He dropped his shoulder down and ran over the top of Cole Smith.
Nice job by Smith getting up underneath him there and getting himself set. That was a tough one to take.
Full timeout for Hermiston and Casey Arston with 4:14 left in the second quarter. 23-19, the Bulldogs advantage. We'll take the 1 minute here on AM 1360 KOHU. From the Ranch and Home scoreboard, Irrigan, a girls win 60-14 over Griswold earlier this afternoon. The Ione basketball bonanza. Jordan Ramirez has a pass, poke, tip, stolen. Halfway through the second quarter, Lewiston is cutting into the Hermiston lead down to 23-19. Left corner three, though, is off iron for Spencer, and Ramirez has it into the front court for Hermiston. Blake Davis, Andrew James, Cole Smith, and Ryan Andreessen out there on the floor, and Andreessen traveled in the left corner.
A little shuffle there, but that's one thing. Andreessen might want to go ahead and just go ahead and keep taking that deep shot down and make them charge at it. That'll make that little move a little less easy to cover.
Donovan Santana lobs it inside. Ramirez jumps into the air, tips it, and into the hands of Blake Davis. Hermiston's got it on the Lewiston turnover. Bulldogs lead is 4 with 3:25 left in the second quarter. Left side, James in the corner. Rifles it back up top. Santana poked the pass away, but Ramirez chases it down in the backcourt. And he'll bring it back into the front court. No change of possession, so the shot clock down to 15. Ramirez works his way into the paint. Blocked away by Forsman and then out of bounds. Last touch by Ramirez, however, so it's Lewiston ball. Both these teams play with pace. This 35-second shot clock has not come into play yet tonight. Johnson works into the left elbow, stuck there up top to Santana. Off his fingertips, he falls as he goes to chase it down on the far sideline. It's out, Hermiston's ball. Kyle Van Boyen will come back in for Lewiston, along with Cash Lang returning to the game. Connor Spencer is the second one off. Ramirez will bring it into the front court. Just under 3 minutes left in the second quarter. Hermiston up 23-19. Andreessen drives left side, stuck there. He'll circle back out. Ramirez up top. Ramirez to Andrew James at the top of the key. Right side for Smith, up top to Andreessen. Coming to his right, leaves it back. Smith, three ball. It is short into the hands of Van Boyen. Van Boyen clears out and gets it to the near sideline. Santana into the front court for Lewiston. Bengals trailing by 4. Santana to 10. A foul on the rebound attempt by Forsman. Going over the back of another Hermiston Bulldog guard. Lewiston will bring the freshman Jason McArcher back into the game. And send William Kokernap, the 6'2 senior, to the scorer's table. For Forsman, the sophomore, just picked up his second. 17 foul on Lewiston, so a 1-and-1 opportunity for Cole Smith. Bulldogs made one of their 3 foul shots in the first quarter. First one goes here, so one more coming. The righty shot is up and good. And Hermiston's lead is 25-19. With 2:20 left in the second quarter. Into the front court, hand off to Santana. Santana. I don't know if there's been a possession where he hasn't at least touched the ball. Left corner, McArcher 3 ball. Around and out, foul on the rebound. Holding foul on Andrew James, it looks like, is the indication. And it will be Andrew's first. 16 foul on Hermiston, 2:08 left in the first half. Bulldogs lead is 25-19. Baseline inbound coming for Cash Lang. Baskets to his left as he looks up. Bodies flying everywhere. Top of the key 3, knocked down by the freshman, McArcher. 25-22, Hermiston's lead is 3 with under 2 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Right side, Ramirez. Ramirez looks baseline. Lang defends him well, to the pleasure of Jason Ulrich, the head coach in his 5th year. He's been a coach in Lewiston for quite a bit longer, but in charge of the program for the last 5. Working the baseline, just playing defense himself. Larry Usher used to do this too when he was a coach. Left side, Andreessen 3 with 5 of the shot clock rattles in. Another toy, another 3. 11 for Andreessen. 7 toys for Christmas Express now. Hand off to Santana, bounces it onto the basket. Van Boyen coming around to the right side and lays it in. 4 points for him, 28-24 with 1:05 remaining in the first half. Ramirez leaves it for James. Kick left corner. Andreessen there asking for a screen from Davis. He'll go baseline instead. Takes it against Santana. Blocked rebound. Put back Andreessen. Flips it in on the second try. He's got 13 to lead all scores. 30-24. Final 47 seconds left in the second quarter. They need a shot up quick if they want a 2 for 1. Van Boyen spins around to the paint and he traveled. Lewiston, the turnover, gives the Bulldogs the ball with 38.4 seconds left, 30-24 the lead. Hermiston will take a lot of time off the shot clock, it looks like, and try to get essentially the last shot. There are 3 seconds difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Ramirez kicks into the left corner for Andreessen. Andreessen will drive, flip it around his back and get past Davis out of bounds.
Nice idea. That was a great pass by Andreessen. Davis just was not looking at it to come to him. Just to kick it back out and keep that ball moving.
Final 12 seconds, 30-24. Bounce it to the top of the key. Kokerdak to Santana. Santana drives right baseline. He walked. I will say to defend Davis on the last play, 15 seconds left. You know you're holding for last shot. You're the last guy on the floor who's expecting the ball to come to you.
Yeah.
When you got Andreessen and then a bunch of guys on the wings who should be taking the kick.
That's true.
3 seconds left. James will bring it into the front court. Running 3 ball, rattles out too hard and brings us to the end of the second quarter. Halftime, 30-24. Hermiston in front of the visiting Lewiston Bengals. Opening night for the Bulldogs. Tom Mitchell Fort Country halftime show is coming your way in 2 minutes here on AM 1360 KOHU. Country halftime show. I'm Eric Sonny. It's a 30-24 lead for the Hermiston Bulldogs on opening night. Bulldogs hosting the Lewiston Bengals, and shots have been falling irregularly, but they're making their buckets when they need to hit them, and defense has been pretty good against the Donovan Santana show. Lewiston really, they have so many possessions where 4 guys stand and watch Santana, and with maybe a bit more motion, that could be a more potent offense, but Hermiston's dealt with what Lewiston is giving them pretty well.
Yeah, they have. You know, Santana, like I said, very good ball player. He's got the ability to go ahead and score at any time and dish off real well, as he showed two trips down right before halftime where he dumped it into Van Boyen for the easy basket. It is. Hermiston doing a very good job of trying to take care of things.
They've got the advantage. They have seen a little bit. Cole Smith has worked really hard out there defensively, coming off of the bench. With Jordan Ramirez getting into some early foul trouble, he hasn't really quite found his rhythm tonight, but everything else has looked pretty good.
Yeah, they have. You know, it's just a matter. Andrew James started off well in this game. You know, that was a key, and also I thought the other key would have been to get Cesar Ortiz off on the right foot, and we've seen where he didn't even play in that second quarter, I believe. So get him off on the right foot in the second half, so where he's shooting, but handling the size inside of Boyan and the quickness outside of Santana. But you know, Lewiston's got to understand one thing: Hermiston's every bit as quick as this Lewiston team is.
If not quicker when you go man-to-man in the matchup here, but the Bulldogs, they've done what they needed to do through the first half. They lead 32-24 as we are at the halftime break. We'll take another pause here on the Tom Mitchell Ford Country halftime show. When we come back in 2 minutes, we'll get you some first half statistics and look back on game 1 of our doubleheader here tonight. Opening night at Hermiston High School on AM 1360 KOHU. Olson, Sunny Levy with you on AM 1360 KOHU. Hermiston girls lost earlier on tonight, 57-45. Jazz Romero had 16 points. Bulldog girls did hit 4 3-point shots, but just a little bit too much from a little bit too many different people for the Bengals on their 5th game of the season. And Hermiston looked very much like a team in their first game of the season. Boys have had a good start to things. They lead by 6 here at the halftime break, For Lewiston, Donovan Santana's got 11 points to lead the way. Kyle Van Boyen with 4, 3 points from Jason McArcher, 2 each from Joel Mulkin and Dylan Johnson, and Cash Lang. Didn't take a foul shot in the second quarter, 2 of 4 from the line and 2 3-point shots made. Ryan Andreessen leading scorer in the game with 13. Andrew James added 7, 4 points from Cole Smith off of the bench, and then Blake Davis, Adrian Mendez, and Jordan Ramirez each added 2. Hermiston 3 of 5 from the foul line and 3 3-point shots made. Any other numbers that stand out for you, son?
Pretty even rebounding wise for Hermiston. Hermiston had 15 rebounds in that first half to Lewiston's 11. Turnover wise, they're close. Hermiston 11 turnovers, Lewiston 12. The biggest thing is Andreessen just absolutely, all over the court with a couple of blocks in this game already, and 7 rebounds, including 3 of those being offensive rebounds. And if that's anything we can say, that's what's propelled Hermiston into this lead, the second chance points. They have got 5 offensive rebounds, turning them into points on the game.
The lead is 6 for Hermiston as we come to the end of the Top Natural Ford Country halftime show. Take a look around the state of Oregon for some scores here on the Ranch and Home scoreboard. There are a few things finished in various parts of the state. Trinity Lutheran beat Echo in boys basketball 72-33. That's at the Hawk Invite in Hood River at Horizon Christian High School. Echo will get Perrydale tomorrow. Perrydale lost to Hood River's Horizon Christian 58-51. Other scores on the boys' side, not a lot has been posted so far. Stanfield did beat Culver 58-52 at the Sherman County tournament in Morrow, so they'll take on the winner of a game going on right now between Sherman County's Huskies and the Grant Union Prospectors. In the 3A classification, Riverside lost to Faith Bible 58-41 in boys basketball, so they will play on the losing side in that bracket. And still waiting for things to be posted from Wilsonville at the Holiday Inn WIT. Pendleton took on Banks earlier on today, but nothing has been posted yet in that one. 3A girls basketball, Erigan beat up on Griswold 60-14 down at Ione at the basketball bonanza earlier on. Still waiting for the Riverside Faith Bible final and the Umatilla Vernonia girls final to be posted from their respective tournaments. Weston McEwen lost to Regis in double OT 65-56 in non-conference 2A girls basketball today. Culver beat Stanfield 48-24. That's your Ranch and Home scoreboard. Second half, Hermiston 30-24 Lewiston. Down inside, Adrian Mendez can't make the shot, and the tip back by Andreessen is off. Secured by Lewiston. Connor Spencer will flip it up to the near sideline. Joel Mulligan leaves it for a cutting Spencer, who lays it in. Couple of buzzer rings. Couple more buzzer rings.
And the shot clock not going on.
You want to tell me about it?
No changes for either team on the starting lineups here in the second half. Brought to you by Rick's Car Wash. Jordan Ramirez running the point guard position. Out there with 4 other guards. Cesar Ortiz, Ryan Andreessen, Andrew James, and Adrian Mendez. James to the 10, righty land +1. Chance for a 3-point play the old-fashioned way. Andrew James, 7 points all in the first quarter. And now his first point since that first period. Change coming. Spencer is out. He was just saddled with his 3rd foul. Not even a minute into the 3rd quarter. And so Cash Lang, the sophomore, has played quite a bit, is back in. Lang out there along with the rest of the starting lineup: Dylan Johnson, Joel Mulligan, Donovan Santana, and Kyle Van Boyen. James has 10 after the three-point play, 33-26. Other end foul. And a third foul for Jordan Ramirez. So the 2 point guards in this game that started have each gotten themselves into foul trouble. Ramirez will come out and Cole Smith will replace him. A frustrated Jordan Ramirez, talked to him earlier this week, and one of the things he said he was excited about was just being healthy. He was not much last year in his junior season. Santana right side three-pointer. Back ironing down. Third three-point shot made by Lewiston, and it cuts the Hermiston lead down to 4. Minute into the third quarter. Ortiz answer back three, nothing but the bottom of the net. Cesar Ortiz, you talked about him playing in the second quarter. The thing about Cesar is he is on as a shooter pretty much whenever. He does not need to warm up, doesn't need to lather up to get himself into a game. Other end, Van Boyen fouled on his way to the 10. And 2 foul shots coming for the 6'5" as senior post for the Lewiston Bengals.
Mendez got him, let him get slipped by on the side and had to put a hand down low on him.
Mendez called for the harm. And so Van Boyen at the line with a couple of foul shots coming.
Just a feeling though, I don't know.
I hope you got your entries in by 5 o'clock tonight. Tonight was the final night of the Devon Oil Circle K Pigskin Pick'em Contest football edition here in 2018. We'll tell you about all sorts of winners next week. Probably Tuesday we'll have all that on the morning update. Ortiz drives into the lane, blocking foul, count the bucket +1.
Whoa. That kind of surprised me because I thought Boykin was there, but get the shooter roll there and get it to go down.
Ortiz, the foul shot, will not go. 38-31 Hermiston. Right corner for Lang, the sophomore, flips it back up on top to Santana. Santana coming left, floater with the right hand goes. Santana, dare I say, an incandescent score for Lewiston Bengals. Hermiston has not had much of an answer for him, but their lead is 38-33. 2 minutes into the third quarter, traveling violation on Mendez.
Yeah, he was thought he was going to get by and actually got his feet tangled up down below and had to try and throw it up over the top.
Bulldogs by 5, 2 minutes gone in the third period. Lang lobs it to Santana, and the near side Andreessen's on him right now. Kick it across, left side Lang, 3-ball off. Mendez, no check that. Ortiz secures the rebound in traffic. Up to Andrew James, hesitates, kicks right wing for Andreessen, back out. Ortiz, he'll shoot it from the G on the court. Little bit short. Van Boyen's got the rebound. Down the near sideline, Santana rolls the ball for Lewiston. Santana skips it across, coming back. Cole Smith has the steal. Hermiston 38, Lewiston 33. Ortiz draws a bump, and they'll say on the floor this time as Van Boyen goes tumbling.
Yeah, that time Van Boyen wasn't able to get his feet in front of him and kind of got a knee out in front of Ortiz, but you can't rely upon that all night long.
Van Boyen out. He's replaced by George Forsman. Cole Smith, offensive foul off of the ball. And it's Blake Davis called for the moving screen, his first. 13th foul. 5:18 left in the third quarter. 38-33, the score remains frozen at that. Near sideline for Lang. Comes around a high pick. Kick into the corner. Santana over the top of Andreessen. His three is short. And Forsman, a foul on his rebound by Andrew James.
Wow. That's just bad luck by Andrew. He had great position in there. And the only reason why it was because Forsman was that much taller.
Off of the ball foul. So I wonder what the conversation was like in the locker room. There's too much pushing and shoving off of the ball. We're going to have to start calling that. It appears, I'm just guessing,
Yeah.
5 minutes left in the third quarter. 38-33. I mean, it's fine if there's too much tugging and pulling on screens and stuff like that with the motion offense, then I'm fine with trying to clean that up. We'll see if it actually cleans things up on either end. Ortiz here on the near sideline, kicks into the corner for Andreessen. Still 38-33 Hermiston with 4:38 left. And a foul on the way into the lane. Andrew James was pulled down.
Mulligan got just kind of grabbed Andrew by the hip that time.
Joe Mulligan's first. Dylan Johnson out, and the freshman Jason McArcher in. Lobbed into nobody, was over the top of Andreessen. Santana leaves it off, Forsman at the left lane, lays it in, nice dish. Sophomore Forsman's first points, and Hermiston's lead is down to 3 with 4:20 left in the third quarter. Andreessen called for a walk at the left block. Lewiston's got the advantage in the quarter right now. 4:14 left in the third. Santana on the near sideline. Good hedge by James to push Santana away from the top of the key. Now he'll back up and reset. The freshman, McArcher, leaves it off on the left side. Now we've got a foul off of the ball, and it's Blake Davis with a hold. 15 foul on Hermiston.
Yeah, they are really taking control of this game now in the second half. The officials are. That to me looked like pretty good defense, up on the upper block by Blake Davis.
Davis and Forsman get a talking to from the third official. Down on the baseline, good inbound play. Mulligan lays it in. His second bucket of the ball game cuts Hermiston's lead to 1. Under 4 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Ortiz at the top of the key. Asks for a high screen from Davis. Ortiz uses it going right. Step back, right side, 3 ball, too hard. Santana's got the rebound, and he's fouled in the backcourt by Cole Smith, who commits his second and the 16th foul on Hermiston. Now here's the other side to this coin. With them trying to cut down on all of the hand checking and hand fighting off of the ball, we got 11 fouls called in the first 4 minutes and 20 seconds here of quarter number 3. We're going to be shooting a lot of foul shots down the stretch.
Yep.
Archer circling up top to the left side, flips it to Santana. Santana against Andreessen in the paint, dumps it off. Forsman left side, around 3 times and then down the 10. And Lewiston's in front on Forsman's second bucket of this quarter. 39-38, Lewiston in front. 3 ball left corner for Smith is off. Full court pass up to Santana, got past everybody. He's fouled by Andreessen. And Santana's going to the foul line with 2 foul shots coming on Andreessen's first and the 17th foul. Nobody got back for Hermiston there.
Yeah, and that's this might be this quickness starting to tell a little bit on Hermiston right now. All the chasing.
Lewiston a 10-7 lead in the series going back to 2004. Santana, good on both. He's got 18 points to lead all scores. 41-38. Hermiston has watched Lewiston go on a 10-0 run. That's what happened to the girls at the end of the second quarter, and it ended up into the third quarter being a 20-0 run. Extra pass left corner, Andreessen, 3 rattles home. That'll end the run and tie the game at 41, and a timeout given to Hermiston. 30-second style. Andreessen hits another 3-point shot. His first points of this quarter give him 16 for the game, and it's 41 apiece. And Casey Arstein will leave himself with 2 timeouts remaining for the remainder of this game with 2:34 left in the third quarter. Andreessen's hit a trio of three-point shots. Cesar Ortiz and Andrew James each have one as well. It brings our count to 9 tonight. 9 three-pointers between the girls and the boys games. A nice total to work off of here in Toys for Trays. Again, this is an annual thing. It was 2014 when the first football state championship was won. And now in year 5, I'd love to get over 200 toys donated just through our Toys for Trays program to Christmas Express this year. 2.5 minutes left in the third, 41 apiece. Santana lobs it inside. Forsman back up top to Connor Spencer. He's been very limited tonight with foul trouble. Left side 3 ball for Cash Lang to answer back. Lang's got 5. Lewiston's got the lead, 44-41. 2:14 left in the third quarter. Andrew James drives baseline right. Leaves it underneath for Davis. It pings around and picked up by Santana. Lewiston added their 3-point lead. Floater on the sideline. Kokernak into the side of the backboard. Up to James. James will drive in. Offensive foul. Lang came back. Lang was able to get in place to draw the charge on Andrew, his third. 18 foul on Hermiston. Player control, though. Adrian Mendez will come in for Blake Davis. Andrew James is coming out, and Jordan Ramirez is coming back in for him. Kyle Van Boyen replaces William Kokernak for Lewiston. Bengals 44, Bulldogs 41. 1:50 left in the third quarter. Right side for Santana, circling up top. Pass is poked. Cole Smith goes diving to the floor, picked up by Santana at half court, and Lewiston keeps possession. Van Boyen down underneath. The Forsman block foul. Mendez called for harm, and will send the sophomore George Forsman to the line. A couple of foul shots coming. 19 foul on Hermiston. Lewiston will be in the double bonus for all of the fourth quarter and the final 1:35 here in the third. Bengals only have one more foul to give before they're in the bonus. 0 for 2 trip though for the sophomore Forsman, and the scoreline remains 41-44. Saying that backwards, 44-41 Lewiston. Smith into Mendez, back out top. Ortiz at 3, too hard. Rebound secured by Lang. Far sideline for Santana, into the front court for Lewiston. Santana hesitates, gives to Lang, wants it right back. Instead, it's inside to Forsman. Forsman turns and faces from 15 feet. Back out, left side, into the lane. Scoop shot for Santana, and a jump ball. He's tied up by Mendez. Possession arrow will stay with Lewiston with 1 minute and 1 second remaining in the third quarter. Bengals up by 3. Connor Spencer to inbound, baskets to his right as he looks up. All 4 fanned out across the baseline. Throw it in, and Andreessen has it hit off his arm, and he snatched it away from Forsman. Up to Ramirez for Hermiston. 55 seconds left. Ramirez drives, kicks left corner. Extra pass to Smith. Gets his defender in the air, drives into lane, bump, and a foul. That's number 6 on Lewiston. And that's Van Boyen. Forsman will come out, replaced by Johnson. No, replaced by Mulligan. The inbound pass goes all the way into the backcourt. 3/4 court away from the hoop. Ramirez will turn face and bring it into the front court. Bulldogs trailing by 3. Ramirez works his way down the lane. Jump ball.
Well,
Possession arrow will keep it in Hermiston's end.
Taking his phone out yet.
Cesar Ortiz into Ramirez up top. Santana almost got a steal from Smith. Over to Ortiz on the right side. Defended well by Mulligan to step out on the inbounder. Circling from the far baseline over onto that right wing looking for a shot. 10 on the shot clock. Ramirez up top. Far side to Ortiz. 5 on the shot clock. Ortiz, three-pointer. It is short into the hands of Spencer for Lewiston. He'll bring it into the front court. Bengals 44-41 lead. 8 seconds left. Inside to Van Boyen. Van Boyen against Mendez. And a traveling violation called on Van Boyen, who wanted a foul. Dana Reese talking with Jason Ulrich. I think either team could add a case for a foul. Ramirez into the front court. On the run, three-pointer at the buzzer is short. 44-41 with 3 quarters in the books. We'll be back with the fourth here at Hermiston High School. After this on AM 1360 KOHU. Federal Credit Union broadcast booth, America Olsen along with Sonny Levy. 44-41, Lewiston in front. Fourth quarter action starting. Lewiston with the ball. Mulliken throws it inside to Kyle Van Boyen. He's fouled by Blake Davis. And Van Boyen has a couple of foul shots coming. Seconds into the start of the fourth quarter. Blake Davis has his third foul. 10th team foul. So it'll be double bonus the entirety of the fourth quarter for the Lewiston Bengals. Bengals won on Tuesday at Timberlake, 61-28. Jason Ulrich said that team defense could have been better than it was, but other than that, they liked the way they were able to score offensively. 1 of 2 tripped for Van Boyen. Makes it a 45-41 lead. Lewiston had a 10-0 run at one point in the third quarter. Andreessen finishes at the hoop. He's got 18 to match Santana for leading scorers in this game. 45-43 underneath. Van Boyen rolls over the top of Andreessen. Davis secures the rebound on the miss. Jordan Ramirez into the front court for Hermiston. Hesitates, leaves it right side for Ortiz. Andreessen kicks into the corner, and Smith will drive floater over the top of Van Boyen. Cole Smith's got 6 first points in the second half. And it's tied at 45 with a minute gone in the quarter. On the floor, a foul on Hermiston. Not that it really matters. Van Boyen is going to line with the double bonus coming on a foul on Cole Smith, his third.
Yeah, Eric gave that other basket to Cole Smith. At the first basket of the fourth quarter for Cole Smith. He's got all 4 in the fourth quarter so far. Yeah, that was Cole that cut to the basket the first time down here. Now the lucky thing is that they're starting to miss some free throws.
Van Boyen 0 for 2 on that trip. 3 of 7. So Smith's got 8. All of Hermiston's points in this quarter. The game's tied at 45. 6:40 left in the fourth period. Inside, left side for Ortiz off the glass and good. Sees Ortiz playing a little post action. And Hermiston's back out in front, 47-45. Right side down the lane for Mulliken. He'll lay it up and in to tie it. 6 points for Mulliken, 47 apiece. like 2 minutes gone in the fourth quarter. Ortiz near side, Andreessen kicks into the left corner for Ramirez. Ramirez will drive, stuck, kicks right corner, 3-ball for Smith, nothing but the bottom of the net. Cole Smith, a flurry here to start the fourth quarter, 50-47, the Hermiston advantage. Jason Ulrich wants his team to play some better defense. They're not doing it to start this quarter. Davis rebounds the ball, knocked out of his hands, touched last by Spencer on the far sideline. Hermiston ball. George Forsman back into the game. Van Boyen will get a break for Lewiston. 5:45 left in the fourth quarter. Hermiston by 3. Ramirez, Ortiz, Davis, Smith, and Andreessen. Andreessen on the left side, he'll drive to the 10, and they will wave off the shot going.
Give it to Santana? No, they didn't. Gave it to Johnson.
Dylan Johnson called for his third. 17th foul. Timeout for Lewiston with 5:34 left in the fourth quarter. It's a full timeout with Hermiston in front, 50-47. We'll take that break. Back in 60 on KOHU. Lewiston timeout, their first of the game. Ryan Andreessen at the foul line, and he makes the first of a 1-and-1 opportunity to get one more. 5 minutes, 34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Hermiston's got 2 timeouts remaining, 4 timeouts left for Lewiston. Andreessen makes them both. He's got 18 now, 52-47, the Hermiston lead. Bounce onto the near sideline from Mulliken. And Ramirez tips a pass and steals it away from Spencer. Ramirez takes it in left side. Foul called on Spencer. In disbelief, Spencer called for his 4th. Spencer arguing his pleading his case. Instead, he's got 4 fouls, 18 fouls on Lewiston. Donovan Santana back by his head coach, getting some instructions. Casey Arstein pacing in front of the Hermiston bench. Spencer out. Cash Lang, the sophomore, back in. Ramirez, who has just 2 points tonight, missed the first of the 2 free throws. Second foul shot goes begging as well. Over the back, foul called on Andreessen on the tip back. Andreessen's second.
It's too bad the ball went in too. I couldn't tell if he had his hand on him or what, but he just went over the top. I didn't see much contact. But
Mulliken on the other end of the floor will have 2 foul shots. And Lewiston Bengals have gone ice cold from the foul.
Yeah, they just hit 1 of 6 so far in this fourth quarter.
Dylan Johnson comes out. Jace McArcher will return. Ramirez is out for Hermiston, and Andrew James has come back into the game. Mulliken makes the second. Hermiston's lead is 4 with 5:15 left in the fourth quarter. I'm sorry, Ramirez is still in there. James is in there as well with Cole Smith and Dreesen. And a left corner three for Ramirez. Quiet, but when he needed one. Did they call it a long two? No, they called it a 3:55. And the ball poked out. Last touch by Lewiston, 55-48, the lead for Hermiston. Ramirez has it. Out onto the right wing. Ramirez, hesitation, drive to the lane, hangs on the iron and falls in. Ramirez got 8 in this quarter. He must have heard me say he's been quiet since the first quarter.
Yeah, and he got grabbed on the way to the basket also, so he should have got the end one.
Under the basket, scoop shot for Santana off, put back for Forsman, and a timeout for Lewiston. They trail 57-50. It's a 30-second timeout for Lewiston. Hermiston at one point had fallen behind 45-41 at the start of this quarter. But since that point, they've outscored Lewiston 16-6. Lead by as much as 9.
And what's opened it up for Hermiston, Eric, is the fact that Cole Smith has gotten really active down below. You know, he had the three-pointer, of course, but his other two were just cutting to the basket and getting inside, as well as Ortiz down below. You know, those are things that you've got to be able to get done to, take a little bit of the pressure off your outside shot.
4:10 left in the fourth quarter, 57-50. Hermiston with the possession out of the 30-second Lewiston timeout. Ramirez working left side, drives under the basket, and Lang falls over the top of him, and Ramirez called for a traveling violation.
Oh my goodness!
Now the two officials are going to come together here.
No, that guy cut his feet out from underneath him.
Dana Reese is the one who called the traveling violation. We don't know any of the Mid-Columbia officials yet. I remember this guy from a game in Richland like 6 or 7 years ago.
JC and Jerry.
Well, the officials haven't actually conferred as a group.
In the middle.
This lull here, they are going to call a foul on Jace McCarcher. And Jason Ulrich wants to know, what in the world just happened?
Well, number one, it wasn't a travel. He was either pushed or a grab, and that's when he was. Jordan had his feet taken completely out from under him.
So my question is, did they call this a 1-and-1? They did. Ramirez makes it, which is nice after he missed 2 free throws at the start of this quarter. 4:01 left. Ramirez, 2 for 2. He's got 8 in the quarter. 59-50 is the lead. Santana is double teamed. He dribbles out of the double team around the high pick and has the ball poked away by Ramirez. Ramirez in the backcourt keeps the handles, dribbles away from traffic, and brings it into the front court. What a finish here, or at least a start to the finish for Jordan Ramirez. Andreessen right side. Hermiston's leading scorer with 18. Ramirez left side holds, back up to Ortiz. Ortiz has had 7 in the second half. Andreessen in the right corner, back out to Ortiz. He will shoot from that far away, drives past everybody, and lefty scoop shot for Ortiz. 9 points for him, 61-50. Hermiston pulling away from Lewiston. Ball poked out of bounds, last touch by Ramirez. Changes. Ortiz out. Cole Smith, Blake Davis, Andrew James, Jordan Ramirez, and Ryan Andreessen. Wide open Van Boyen on the inbound play. He's got 8. Checked out 11. 61-52, 3 minutes left. Ramirez brings it into the front court. Hands off to Andreessen. Andreessen hesitates, kicks left corner. Andrew James 3, air ball, and into the hands of Santana. Santana brings it to the front court with a full head of steam. Jump stop into the lane, and he is fouled on the attempted reverse by Andrew James. Commits his 4th. Santana has not scored yet in this quarter. Ortiz in, Blake Davis out. Little offense, defense now. Davis will come in on breaks when they can get him in to play defense. Ortiz will come in on the offensive side to be a shooting threat to help kind of extend the defense. 2:44 left in the fourth quarter. 61-54. After Santana goes 2 for 2, he's got 20 now. Andreessen at the top of the key. Jab step goes right, righty scoop shot is off. Ball poked around. Santana's got it. Smith might have got kicked behind the play, not purposely, just incidental contact near his head. Short shot by Milliken, rebounded by James. Out to Ramirez on the far side, and a timeout for Casey Arston with 2:18 left in the fourth quarter. He will have 1 timeout remaining, leading 61-54. We'll take the break as well. Back in 60 on AM 1360 KOHU. Left in regulation. Hermiston 61, Lewiston 54. Opening night for the Bulldogs, game 2 for the Bengals. Lewiston trying to make it a 2-0 start. Hermiston would love to start 1-0. Andreessen 3-ball from deep at the top of the key. Andreessen's got 21. 8 3-pointers made for Hermiston's boys tonight. On the right side, Connor Spencer. Limited tonight with foul trouble all night long. Left side, Santana answer back 3, switched it.
That was deep.
64-57 with 1:40 left. Andrew James on the far side into Ortiz's hands in front of the Hermiston student section. Up top to James, whip it around near side to Smith. Smith is going to drive. Hand check called on the perimeter against Joe Mulligan. His second, 10th team foul. We'll put Cole Smith at the foul line, where he is a 2 for 2 night. Cole Smith, 5 points at the start of this quarter, helped Hermiston pull out to a lead. Line drive too hard off the back iron.
Yeah, he's got in too big a hurry that time to put that up. I mean, I know he likes to shoot, but just take your time.
Blake Davis in, sees Ortiz out. Smith missed them both, and a foul on the rebound.
Andreessen again.
Andreessen called over the back again, his 3rd. So we'll walk to the other end of the floor. 2 free throw shots coming from Mulliken, who's 3 of 4 tonight from the stripe. And for Hermiston, the problem being with the clock stopped, 1:28 left, they can get closer without losing any time here.
You know, I still didn't see where he put a hand on him or anything. I mean, if you're not making contact, you can still go up over to the top of somebody and not make contact and still get the shot, the attempt. But we're up here a little ways, so, but I just didn't see any contact whatsoever.
Second one goes around and out, rebounded by Andreessen. Ramirez throws it up to Smith, saves it back into Ortiz on the right wing. 1:20 left, Bulldogs in front 64-58 after the 1 of 2 trip from Mulliken on the other end. Andreessen leaves for Ortiz, James at the jump circle. Back to Ortiz, Hermiston spread out into 4 corners. Ortiz drives, kicks left wing for Andrew James. Under the basket for Smith and a reverse lay-in. With the right hand on the left side, Cole Smith's got 11 now. 66-58. Santana blocked by Andreessen, his third block of the night. Smith fouled in the backcourt by Mulliken, his third. And so to the other end of the floor, Cesar Ortiz will take 2 foul shots. Time out for Lewiston. They will use a 30 and have 2 timeouts remaining. Hermiston's got 1 timeout left with 49.7 seconds. Bulldogs are joining a conference in the Mid-Columbia Conference. It's got some pretty good teams. Everybody knows the target is on the Richland Bombers. Richland is off tonight. In fact, off this weekend. They did on Tuesday play Southridge. Just a little 95-39 win over the Suns. Not exactly the way you want to start conference play. I mean, unless you're Richland, then it was exactly what you wanted. Tuesday, Kamaikan beats Lewis Clark 66-63. Chiawana all over Davis 71-48. Hanford Road 59-50. MCC had a pretty good start to things. We have a perspired ball that has been now cleaned off by Cody Thacker's practice jersey. Thacker got to take off his practice jersey tonight to have the ball cleaned up. And Ortiz makes the first of his 2 foul shots. 49 seconds left. Ortiz makes it 68-58. Hermiston extends their defense in the full court. Spencer bounces into the front court, comes Mulliken. Mulliken stuck, skips it across. Santana fakes a pass, kicks it now into the left corner, and a foul on the 3-point attempt. Johnson's going to get 3 foul shots on the Ortiz foul. Ortiz's third. And so, again, Lewiston has a chance to get some points back with the clock pause, 31.7. But again, Lewiston, like the pieces in the jigsaw puzzle box, have fallen apart from the foul line.
Yeah, 99% of the time whenever it's late in the game like that, the reason why you start missing those free throws, your legs are starting to go for them. Lewiston making a long run in football very well could be it.
Long run, long trip, long night when you're the last game with both teams playing, boys and girls. 2 of the 3 went for Johnson. Hermiston's lead is 68-60. Santana commits his second foul. And so Andrew James on the other end of the floor has a couple of foul shots coming with 29.5 seconds remaining. It's a conference a year ago, Richland ran the table in 14-0. Kamiakin finished second. Then it was Walla Walla, Chihuahua, and Kennewick. 70-60, right side, Lang 3-ball, back iron off. Andreessen Skies secures, and Lewiston appears to be content now. Well, now they'll foul in the backcourt with 15.5 seconds remaining. And Andreessen will get a chance to add on to his team-high 21 points. Hanford, Southridge, Pasco rounded out the bottom half. The teams above 500, Chihuahua finished 11-12, but Walla Walla is 15-9. Hermiston lost at Walla Walla last year. Kamiakin 17-6, and then Richland 24-3. They've won at least the last 6 Mid-Columbia Conference titles. Andreessen drops them both. Other end, Santana splashes a long right side 3.
Then takes a look at the crowd and says, take that one.
From a really long ways away. 72-63. Lewiston will use the timeouts. You can't take them with you on the bench.
You know, the crazy thing was, I know Santana, I mean, he's a shooter. He's a player. I don't know who was looking out over in the crowd. Somebody must have said something to him early, because he sure took a long look at somebody over in the crowd. Just said, there.
He's got a number of D3 and NAIA schools looking at him for his potential basketball future. Already, Kyle Van Boyen has signed his letter of intent. His commitment is to play baseball at Umpqua Community College down in Roseburg. Hermiston does get it in. Andrew James will wing one way up court to Andreessen. Andreessen catches in the paint. Should have got called for 3 in the key.
Yeah.
72-63, the final score.